No hay establecido una fianza y quiero que usted me diga si usted quiere oponerse.
Be held in our jail up to
Si no puede pagar los servicios, los honorarios de un abogado, se le asignaría un abogado de oficio para que usted pueda ponerse a esa orden de extradición. Se mantendría 90 días en el estado hasta que se obtenga una orden de extradición del gobernador.
So, sir, what do you want to do? Do you want to waive extradition and agree to be sent to Virginia within 30 days or fight the warrant and be held here at least 90 days?
Entonces, señor, ¿qué es lo que usted quiere hacer? ¿Quiere oponerse renunciar a la orden de extradición de Virginia y ser enviado en 30 días o permanecer en este estado por 90 días?
¿Puedo hablar? Yo tengo un abogado.
That he's next, or who is it?
Mitchell Taylor, Your Honor.
Taylor, excuse me. Thank you. Another, yeah, what do you got? Like 5 new ones every day. We have like 10 new ones every day.
Mr. Taylor's present.
You have an arrest warrant from Pennsylvania. The warrant was issued December 12th of 2024. The charge is for aggravated assault. It says some type of violation for misdemeanor charge, possession of an instrument of a crime, terroristic threats, simple assault, reckless endangerment of another person. There is no bond on this arrest warrant, and I need you to tell me if you want to waive extradition or contest extradition. A waiver of extradition is the quickest way out of this jail. Pennsylvania, pardon me?
I'd rather waive it.
Right. Get out of here quickly as possible.
Yes.
So they have up to 30 days to pick you up. I said it in 15 days to try and get you out of here quicker. If they don't pick you up by 30 days, I'll release you, okay?
All right.
Waiver, no bond, reset date is May 22nd to see if it gets picked up. Please sign the waiver paperwork at the jail. It just means you agree to go to Pennsylvania. Good day, sir. Next we have is Darren Mason. New case, no locals. Good morning, Mr. Mason. You have an arrest warrant. It is from, where's it from? Georgia. The warrant was issued on March 18th of 2025. It says criminal damage to property, first degree, misdemeanor battery. Anyway, there's no bond on the warrant from Georgia. I know you live there. You got arrested at the airport. They still wanted to pick you up and take you there, it looks like. So if you waive extradition, it's the quickest way out of this jail. Georgia would have up to 30 days to pick you up. If they don't pick you up within 30 days, you get released. Usually they come quicker within 15, but it all depends. The other choice is to contest extradition, which means you want to fight the warrant. You're not fighting the charges, just a piece of paper, which is the arrest warrant that says you're wanted there, and you'd be in our jail at least 90 days so that the state can get the paperwork together to send you there, and a lawyer would be appointed for you if you cannot afford one. So that's what's going on. If you wait, you get out quicker. If you want to contest, you'll be our guest for at least 90 days.
I was speaking with the officer, and they told me that that my bond could be made in Georgia, and I could be released from here.
So the problem is you're not going to be, usually you have to be in that state where that issued the warrant for you to post your bond. Since you're in Florida and not in Georgia, they're not going to, even if you post the bond there, they may not accept it. So you're going to be stuck here. You can always contact an attorney to go in front of a judge in Georgia to see if they'll lift the warrant without you being there, or let you post the bond here without you being there. Sometimes it happens, but I can't give you a bond unless Georgia agreed.
Okay.
I just need to know if you want to waive extradition and agree to go to Georgia, or contest extradition and fight the warrant.
And you said if I contest, that could take up to 90 days?
Yes, it will take at least 90 days to get the paperwork together to try and send you there. That's fine if you want to contest. I'll appoint a lawyer for you if you cannot afford. If you want to change your mind at a later date, they can always bring you back. But either way, you're going to be locked up. The waiver's the quickest way out, 30 days, or you want to contest, you'll be here at least 3 months, and you can get, I guess they give you 3 meals a day.
Yeah, I got 3 kids. I have to pick up from school every day, a job. Even just being here 30 days is gonna be detrimental to my life, and that's why if I was was Googling something, said a extradition bond. Is that a such thing we could do?
No, I'm not giving an extradition bond. It's no bond. You need to get a bond from Georgia to agree to give you one. I cannot do that. And if you're not going to give me an answer in the next few minutes or so, you need to tell me what you want to do.
I guess I'll just have to wait. You said a waiting is for Georgia to come get me. That would be the quickest time.
It's called a waiver, where you're agreeing to have Georgia pick you up. They may decide also, even if you wait, they may decide they're not going to come get you and release you. And then once you get there, you'd have to turn yourself in.
I just have to wait. I can't do 90 days. That would
wait, free to go.
You want to do the waiver where you agree to be transported?
Yes, ma'am.
He wants to waive it.
That's a smart choice. Reset it in 15 days. That's May 22nd to see if it gets picked up. Sir, please, if you have the means, contact an attorney in Georgia. They can, if they're going to judge there, let you post a bond without you being there, they need to send or agrees to lift the warrant. They need to send a transmittal to the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, or have your lawyer contact the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office, Miss Anna Romes. All right.
Okay.
We can do an order. Have a good day. Thank you. Next we have is David Martin, Quash, Elsis, Ortas, Quash, Corey Smith, Quash. And then, sorry. Tatiana Ido.
Your Honor, she also came in with a probation warrant at 14-13940.
Okay. Good morning, ma'am. You have an arrest warrant. It is from Alabama, and it's for 8 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card. fighting the charges, just a piece of paper that says you're wanted in Alabama. Your locals are still pending. The next court date is today. Is he going to go today, corrections, or we don't know?
Yeah, more than likely he will.
Oh, wonderful. So hopefully you'll see Judge Correa today. What happened was DB battery. I don't know. Oh, that's it. Oh, it's not Judge Correa. It's Judge Yara Lorenzo Cucas. So we'll reset your case. When's May 8th? Tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow to see if you closed out your Miami case. Make sure you let thing is you can get rearrested on the warrant and do another 90 days again if you don't do it, but whatever. That's not my issue.
Your Honor, we have a waiver here from the sign.
You don't want to sign a
You
waiver,
don't want to sign? Okay.
right? Why would you want to sign it? You may get arrested right when you walk out of the jail again and do another 90 days if you want to contest, but that's your prerogative. So reset it. When is the 30th day? The 90th day, excuse me. So I'll reset it, what, Monday? See if he's still here. If he's still here, he's getting out.
Honor is still a contest.
Yeah, right. You want to contest? They don't
He's,
right?
he's still contesting, Judge. They haven't picked him up. By then, he should be released.
Yeah, I agree. So reset it May 12th, and then I'll release you Monday. If they don't pick you up, we'll have a governor's warrant, no problem. Actually, if they don't have a governor's warrant. Is that how New Jersey wants to do business? Is that my issue? Okay, have a nice day. Next we have is Brady Hollander. Hi, Mr. Hollander.
Yeah, for 2 days.
They need an extension of time to pick you up. Apparently George is busy due to lack of manpower. So instead of picking you up by today, they're going to pick you up by the 9th, which is, what's that? Friday. So I'll reset your case Monday. If you're still here Monday, I will not be happy, but we'll see why. Hopefully you'll be gone by Friday.
No.
I'm sorry about the delay, sir.
Hold on. Jesus? Yeah, there you go.
Is that it? Let us see. That's it. That's a wrap. To reset May 12th for Mr. Hollander. Okay, now the in-state calendar. We have Jonathan Stewart. Mr. Stewart there? Good morning, Mr. Stewart.
Good morning.
I have an arrest warrant. It is from Broward County. The warrant was issued April 7th of 2025 for violation of pretrial services. There's no bond on the warrant, unfortunately. I'm appointing the public defender's office for you. Broward County has up to 15 days to come and pick you up. Your case is reset here for May.
I was homeless.
Sure you are picked up. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, May what?
May 22nd. Is that a good day? That's a nice day. It's a weekday. Okay, next case we have
John,
is,
can we call the Metro West, last Metro West individual, if you don't mind?
I don't mind. I can
Thank
find
you.
kinds of paperwork.
Number 6.
I know where he is. I gotta find the paperwork. Okay, I have it. Mr. Christian Cruz Obregon, sir, good morning. Do you speak English?
Yes, good morning.
Sir, you have a warrant from Lee County, Florida. The warrant was issued January 22nd of 2025. It says bench warrant for failure to appear, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, drug, equipment, possession or use, and driving with a license suspended or revoked. And it says no bond, and then there's another arrest warrant, order revoking pretrial supervision. So anyway, I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Unfortunately, there is no bond, and you're going to have to wait up to 15 days for Lee County to pick you up. So I'm resetting your case here, May 22nd. May 22nd is to make sure you're picked up by then. If you have any questions about the warrant, please call the public defender's office. Have a good day, sir.
So they have 15 days counting Saturday and Sundays, right?
Yeah, including Saturdays and Sundays.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay, next case we have is Jefferson Garcia Peron.
Spanish interpreter, please.
Good morning, sir. You have a warrant from Hillsboro County, Florida. The warrant was issued on May 6th of 2025 for failure to appear for driving with a suspended license.
Señor, tiene una orden de arresto de Hillsboro County en Florida de mayo 6 del 2025 por no haber comparecido por un manejo con una licencia suspendida.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Le voy a asignar un abogado de oficio.
Your bond is $500.
Su fianza es $500.
So if you're able to post the $500 bond, go ahead and do it at the jail.
Sí. Si usted puede pagar los $500, puede hacerlo.
Es que ya los pagué, ya los pagaron ayer.
I already paid. It was paid yesterday.
I think they made you had to see a judge first because it was a failure to appear. So now the jail will accept the bond.
Creo que usted debía comparecer ante el juez primero porque no sabía, era una falta de comparecencia.
So I'm resetting your case for May 22nd to make sure you either posted a bond or were transported to Hillsboro County. Have a nice day.
Entonces voy a reprogramar su caso para mayo 22 para ver si usted ha pagado la fianza o si ha sido transferido al condado de Hillsboro. Que tenga un buen día.
Oh, es que ¿puedo hacer una pregunta? Es que
May I ask a question?
Yes.
ayer pagaron mi fianza.
Yesterday, my bond was paid.
That was not accepted at the jail. Should I say it 3 more times? The jail would not accept the bond because you had a failure to appear in Hillsboro County.
Sí, pero no fue aceptada por la cárcel la fianza que usted dice que pagó porque usted no se había presentado en el condado de Hillsboro.
Now that you've seen you come to court and you saw me, I'm the judge, the jail will accept the bond and your bondsman will be able to bond you out.
Ahora que usted se ha presentado ante mí en el tribunal, ante el juez, la cárcel aceptará la fianza.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't sound fair. I'm sorry you have to come and
I'm sorry.
get out sooner. It's a
Have a
little
good day. Have a good day.
Puede que parezca que no es justo y lamento que no lo hayan dejado irse antes.
Call your bondsman again and tell him you went to court.
Okay.
Llame a tu fiancista nuevamente y dígale que usted estuvo ante el juez hoy.
Have a good day, sir. Next is Donzel Banks. Give him a little shit. Patience, I guess. I gotta chill out. I need a chill pill today. All right. Good morning, Mr. Banks. You have an arrest warrant from Marion County, Florida. This arrest warrant was issued April 28th, 2025. And the charges are 4 counts of burglary to a conveyance, 1 count of grand theft of a firearm. And then you have, because it looks like 5 more counts of felony. I don't know what that means. Felony PT, no bond. Some more counts, 3 counts of criminal mischief. And then possession of a firearm, weapon, or ammunition by convicted felon. So this warrant on Marion County that was issued April 28th. I'm appointing the public defender's office for you. There's no bond. You're going to have to wait up to 15 days for Marion County to pick you up. And if we'll reset your case for May 22nd to make sure you're transported. Can you just call the public defender's office if you have any questions? Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
You have a question?
When was this warrant issued?
It was issued on April 28th, which was last month. That's actually about a week or so ago.
I'm trying to see because I was on community control. I just got off of house arrest in April.
They issued it for you. You're gonna have to call, once you get to Marion County, the lawyer should explain everything to you, sir. Have a good day. So then we have next is Ingrid St. Hill. Is Miss St. Hill there?
It's a bond.
She's bond out. Bond out.
Glad you're accepting bonds. Amber Faras or Amber Howell, whoever she would like to be today. Good morning, Howell. You have an arrest warrant from Broward County. The warrant was issued July 10th of 2024. The charge is violation of probation. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Unfortunately, there's no bond. You're going to have to wait up to 15 days for Broward County to pick you up. Your case is reset here for May 22nd to make sure you are transported there. And if you have any questions, please call the public defender's office. Broward usually comes once a week, so you shouldn't have to wait that long. Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Next, Billy Lane.
Billy Lane. Mr. Lane.
Mr. Lane, you have an arrest warrant from Okaloosa County, Florida. The warrant was issued April 21st of 2025. The charge is failure to appear for grand theft. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Unfortunately, there is no bond. You will have to wait up to 15 days for Okaloosa County to come pick you up. And your case is reset here for May 22nd to make sure you are transported there. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. This happened when I was in Key West. They ran my name and then they arrested me and they took me to jail and then they released me. They said there's no warrant. So I'm dumbfounded at this point. I don't know what.
From about 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
More information when you go see the judge there in Okaloosa County, Florida. It's from April 21st. That's when it was issued.
I have no idea. They had me on administrative probation for 1 year, and that expired in January.
I don't know. It's a grand theft charge. Reset May 22nd. Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Joel Rodriguez. That's good.
Mr. Rodriguez is present. He speaks English.
Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez.
Good morning.
For a warrant from Orange County. The warrant was issued on April 9th, 2025. And the charge is felony violation of probation. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Unfortunately, there is no bond. You're going to have to wait up to 15 days for Orange County to come pick you up. And your case is reset here for May 22nd. Make sure you are transported there. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Now I have a case, Manira Josie, private attorney. Oh, do you see the lawyer? Who walked out? I got to pass it. Hold off on her. Next private lawyer, Mercedes Garcia. I'll call it up when he comes back.
He's coming in, Your Honor.
Garcia is present. She speaks English.
Good morning, ma'am. You were arrested for a case from May 2nd of 2025. The charge is strong arm robbery, a second-degree felony, burglary with an assault or battery, which is a first-degree felony, and aggravated battery. So your attorney is here as a lawyer? Is it Mr. Pellier? There's two raising their hands.
Pellier.
I don't know who it is because they're all raising their hand. You said Pellier?
Yes.
Maybe the other attorney didn't hear me. You only raise your hand when I'm on your case.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, sir. How are you?
It's good to see you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Robert Pellier on behalf of Mercedes Garcia. Good morning, Mercedes.
Morning.
So do you have any argument regarding probable cause?
No, Your Honor, we'll defer. However, ties to the community, I am enthusiastically apprising the court that Ms. Garcia was born and raised here in Miami-Dade County. She's got no priors. Her mom and her siblings reside in the Homestead, Florida City area. Ms. Garcia happens to be a supervisor for the hospice division of a large local hospital, which shall remain nameless. She has an impeccable history. She's been gainfully employed since graduating from her academic education. And frankly, it seems my review of the facts that this was a melee that she was just caught up in. So I would ask the court to exercise her discretion in setting a bond for Ms. Garcia.
Very violent.
So Judge, I do see a prior arrest out of county. It was Pasco County in 2020 with a failure to appear, and it looks like the battery was eventually dismissed. The victims suffered significant injuries.
See that?
The state's requesting that the defendant be held without bond pending an Arthur hearing.
So the other person who sustained that serious injury, let me see.
Right, so one victim had injuries to the eye and the face. The other victim injuries to the face and 2 broken teeth. They were both transported to the hospital.
And again, Your Honor, my understanding is that there were other individuals involved. This was what I'll say and describe as a family dispute. Ms. Garcia had nothing to do with the initiation of this dispute, had nothing to do with the injuries sustained by the witnesses or the victims, rather, in the case. As I said, she was just involved in the melee because of the family nature of the dispute.
She pulled the victim out of the vehicle with a co-defendant, Rivera, and then punched and kicked the victim while forcibly taking the victim her gold chain from her neck.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Not guilty. That's what it says here. So she should be held with no bond. You are ordered to stay away from the alleged victims whose initials are EB and CR and IR. No contact with those alleged victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And no contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home, school, and place of employment at all times. Do you understand the stay away order, ma'am? Do you understand the stay away order?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, 100%.
I don't understand how somebody who works as a hospice nurse can behave like this, but I guess everybody has a, what's it called, an alter ego? What is that? I don't know. Another personality. She has no priors. I'll set a bond. Count 1, a strong arm robbery. It's all interrelated. I'll set it at $5,000. Count 2, the burglary with the assault or battery. I'll set that at $5,000. And count 3, the aggravated battery. It's a serious injury to her eye and face. I'll set that at $5,000. So the total bond is $15,000. You have a good attorney. Listen to what he tells you. And you got to be an adult and not fight. You're 25 years old. You try and learn how to use words, not your hands. Okay. Have a nice day.
Setting a bond
Thank you
is
very much,
overstated
Your Honor.
objection.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Am I dismissed, Your Honor? I'd be excused. Thank you very much.
Your Honor, there's an attorney on the Zoom. He's trying to get in.
Am I on his case?
Not sure, Your Honor.
Well, then a lot of them are trying to get in. They're going to have to wait their turn.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I also have corrections on the Zoom because I had one person, which I think it's number 1.
Well, let them in. You always take first. Bump everybody. Who is that? Which one? Which one is corrections?
The first female judge, Miss Josie.
TGK, I can't promote you. Just raise your hand. Can you do it, Miss Corey? I can't find him. Somebody's raising their hand. Is that TGK? Otherwise, I'm going to remove him and kick him off the
It's
Zoom.
the name of the defendant.
Then I'll promote him. If it's not. I don't know who Juan Sanchez is. Am I on his case? Mr. Sanchez, am I on your case?
No, Judge.
Do you not understand? What is the interruption for?
None, Your Honor. I just wanted to, I thought they were trying to call me, Your Honor, but I'll wait my turn.
You understand? You don't raise your hand here until your name is called. The client's name is called.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Thank you.
So who am I promoting? I just promoted somebody. Who is it?
That's the first female, Miss Josie. I believe she has a private attorney you mentioned earlier, Judge.
The attorney is not here. He stepped out. I can't do the case without the attorney. Hi, Miss Josie. Good morning. I have to wait.
Your Honor.
He stepped out. Okay. Corrections, I'll be with you in a minute.
Thank you, Your Honor. We apologize.
Tevin Gurrier, page 7. There is an attorney here. Erickson, can you please raise your hand? Thank you. I would have been a terrible kindergarten teacher. I'm gonna take patience.
Your Honor, he's not present as of yet. We went to go pick him up now.
I am so sorry, Mr. Erickson. Your client is not here. As soon as he is here, I will recall the case. Okay, so I'm going to put you back as an attendee until then. All right.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, may I put my email in the chat for the state to send me the arrest form?
So we have something called the clerk's office that you have to request the arrest form from. It's felonyfr@miamidade.gov. So felony FR. FR stands for file room, and
Yes.
we can write that in. Yeah, that's where you have to get it. I don't think they're going to send it, but if
I understand, Judge.
State, do you want to send it to them?
You gotta request it from the clerk.
It's not. You can't send it unless it's redacted. That's the problem. felonyfr@miamidade.gov. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
About that. He took himself off. That's fine. Jasmine Rivera. We have another attorney. Can the attorney please raise their hand? Is that Mr. Sanchez?
Yeah.
I'm ready for you now, Mr. Sanchez. Is she there?
She's coming in, Miss Rivera.
And Judge, could you make me a co-host whenever you get a chance?
Absolutely. You can have you guys think.
Me as well, Judge.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Sanchez. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. We're very happy when you lawyers come in.
Your Honor, this case is connected with the prior just hearing we had with the co-defendant Mercedes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ms. Rivera. How are you? Do you speak English?
Yes, I do. I'm good. How are you?
You were arrested for burglary with an assault or battery, which is a first-degree felony, robbery, strong arm robbery, and aggravated battery. So, Mr. Sanchez, good morning again. Have you met your client? Does she know you're here?
Yes, Your Honor, we've discussed the situation, and similar to the prior case, she was just unfortunately involved in this melee. She does have ties to the community. She does have gainful employment. She's been an administrative assistant for a reputable company there in Florida City for over a year. She's only had one prior, which was a withhold of adjudication. She had finished her probation successfully, and so she's been doing really well, and unfortunately she just got involved into this melee.
Okay, so there is probable cause for all of the charges. I am ordering that you stay away from the alleged victims whose initials are EB. That's the lady you pulled out of the car and beat up with the co-defendant. Also CR and IR. No contact with those alleged victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school, and place of employment at all times. Do you understand the stay away order, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, she has no priors. She's 22. Count 1, the burglary with an assault or battery will be $5,000. Count 2, the strong arm robbery.
So Your Honor, setting a bond is over state's objection. I think Your Honor did 5,000 per count on the co-defendant.
Yeah, no, she's a little bit younger than the co-defendant.
Again, the victim lost 2 teeth. They were both transported.
5,000 count 2 and $5,000 count 3. Good day, ma'am. Stay away from the victim. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good lawyer, listen to what he tells you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Take care. All right, next we have Ingrid Alcovers Dolecki. 2 attorneys. I need 2 lawyers I will promote.
She can, Your Honor, she is in medical isolation. She's also out on felony bond. She is not going to be able to be on the platform. I don't know if her attorney wants to waive her presence.
Hi, Mr. Wheeler. How you doing? I didn't see Mr. Maylover. I would promote him too. I'm happy to listen to all the lawyers.
Morning, Judge.
Hi, how are you?
Well, thank you.
You hear what corrections just said?
I'm sorry, I was rejoining the Zoom and it kind of broke up.
I think the corrections announced.
Repeat, Your Honor. Okay, she's in medical isolation. She's also out on felony bond. I'm not sure if her attorney wants to waive her presence.
Judge, that's fine, but we also were able to secure the presence of the alleged victim in this case.
I'm happy to take testimony.
Ingrid, her name's Ingrid Alcover. If you could allow her into the chat.
Can she raise her hand so I can see her? Is it? I don't know. Is it Ingrid's phone?
That might be it.
All right, thank you.
Ingrid, can you turn your camera on, please?
Okay, I'm not sure how to do this.
So there's you have to accept the promotion as a panelist. Did she do that? I don't think so. We'll try it again. So accept the promotion as a panelist, then you should be able to push the red microphone. Thank you.
And Judge, I will waive her appearance for this morning. That's fine.
Corrections, are you able to get a, let me see something. Yeah, she's out on bond for the same thing, so she's gonna have to have a hold. Ma'am, I can't see you. Are you there?
Ingrid, you have to unmute yourself and turn your camera on. Judge, I understand that she's already out on a felony bond. However, Judge, that's F255192. It's been 44 days and the state attorney's office has still not made a filing decision on what they're doing with that case.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
I'd love to see you. So is there a camera, like a microphone with a line through it that you can push that and then we can see you? Or I'm sorry, it's a video. It's like a little camera.
There's a video, says video cord, mute, start video. Okay.
Start video. Start
there
video.
I am.
There you are.
Thank you.
How are you? Okay, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are going to give in this proceeding will be the truth? If so, state I do.
Yes.
Thank you. What is your name, please?
Ingrid Alcover.
Are you the victim in this case with?
Yes, supposedly.
Okay.
I'm her mom.
Okay.
Judge, my client is wheelchair bound. The mom is.
Are you afraid of your daughter?
No, not at all. She's the sweetest thing.
Do you want your daughter to stay away from you?
No, not at all. I want her with me.
Thank you. Go ahead, state. You have any
Judge,
questions?
I just wanted to provide the court a little context. So the original case, I pulled the A form on it. It looks like it was a suicide attempt, where the defendant, I guess she was attempting to hurt herself and she bit her mom, causing deep tissue penetration that'll leave a permanent scar.
That was
The mom
accidental.
came to court. After that arrest, Your Honor ended up modifying the stay away order and I guess RORing the defendant based upon, you know, the totality of the situation. But it looks like she needs some kind of mental health care. I am concerned about the safety of the victim, unless, you know, the defendant gets some kind of treatment. So the stay away order was modified, but it was modified for peaceful nonviolent contact. So this incident is a violation.
My daughter is getting psychiatric help now. She's on medication and everything. She just started this. So no, she's fine. I'm telling you, she's fine. She was fine then, she's fine now. That was an accident. I actually went up and that's how I hit her mouth with my hand. My hand slipped and it hit her mouth. But there was no that she grabbed me and bit me. Nothing like that.
So Judge, it looks like mom may be covering for her because when the police when the police arrived, they claimed that somebody else was in the house.
Okay, this was now. Because what happened was I thought I saw somebody there and I could have sworn. But I mean, she did not. She was, oh my God, if you only know her, she's so sweet. She's not the one. Please.
And I also see the bandage on mom's hand.
Bandage on mom's hand. Let me hear from you, Mr. Wheeler. Do you have any questions or anything you wish to say?
Right, Judge. So I was under the impression that Ingrid was being Baker acted yesterday and she was having a mental health crisis issue. I was not advised that she was being arrested for another battery against her mom.
I think you're right. She should have been Baker acted, but the police make that decision to bring her to the hospital.
The idea was to Baker act her.
Ingrid, hang on. Let me finish. I think the police should have made that decision to take her to a crisis unit instead, to stabilize her, instead of taking her to the county jail. Judge, I would ask the court to impose some sort of pretrial release with the special condition that she be released to a program that would allow her to get treatment.
So she's not here to read a modified stay away order, which I'm happy to do, and I'm happy to do no hold, but she's not here. Corrections, are you able to get an iPad to her so I can read a modified stay away order and get her out of the jail, or try to get her out?
But she already violated a modified stay away order.
This is not somebody who should be in jail. She has mental health issues. Her mother is the victim and doesn't want to, she says her daughter's fine. And if we think they would Baker act her when she's ready to be released from the hospital, from the jail, if she's acting up.
And that's what the mom said last time, and Your Honor modified the stay away order, and here we are back again.
That is true.
So Your Honor, the reason why we tried to do the Zoom, but we cannot because she's in medical isolation.
Okay, so the only thing I can do is note it's a modified, mom was here, not afraid, and it should be a modified stay away order. I can set it over tomorrow and you see Judge Hirsch, and maybe he can make that decision and release her. Would you like me to do that, Mr. Wheeler?
Yes, please.
Okay, so do you want, if you're waiving her presence, let me just make a note.
Why is she on modified? Why is she on isolation?
Because she's obviously having a mental health crisis right now, and they want her to be alone and not hurt herself. That's why.
Judge, from my understanding, it's not a mental health related issue.
It sounds like something maybe like
it's contact isolation.
I'm sorry, yeah, it's contact isolation. So
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Like maybe something contagious.
Oh.
No, she doesn't. She has nothing contagious.
That being said, the stay away order to be read in division, and you want me to set a bond? What would you like it to be, Mr. Wheeler?
Judge, I would ask for a bond of $2,000.
If you asked for $1, I'd give you that.
I'll ask for $1, Judge.
Okay, I'll give you $1 bond.
So it's a $1 bond with the hold. And Judge Hirsch will look at it tomorrow.
Count one will be $1, count two will be $1. There's 2 counts.
Thanks, Judge.
I understand what's going on based on, you have a good lawyer here for your daughter, so he's on top of things, okay? And hold for the division judge. This case should be printed tomorrow before Judge Richard Hirsch for F25-5192.
Does that mean she won't be released today?
Not today, maybe tomorrow. Go see Judge Hirsch tomorrow. Your lawyer can explain everything. It's courtroom 4-8.
I'll call you in a minute, Ingrid. Thank you, Judge.
I don't even know why she's in isolation. She shouldn't be.
She's in good care because they want to make sure she's fine. She's in a medical isolation. They'll sort it all out. You have a good lawyer. Talk to the lawyer. Okay.
Ingrid, I'll call you in a minute. Thanks, Judge. Have a good morning.
Again, he signed the waiver, but we haven't scheduled someone.
What?
The gentleman wanted the private attorney.
Can you bring back Wilson Zelaya Jimenez? He may have signed it by mistake, the waiver. Do you want to bring him back and see if he's still there? And I'll thank you. Okay, they're still waiting for the lawyer who disappeared. He went to court. He's a busy lawyer. Do you have Deja Williams? Ma'am, go. You can leave now. Okay, Miss Ingrid, just turn it off. Or I'll do it. Oh dear, I just turned off my Zoom or something. I don't know what I did. Tony, I don't know what I just did with Zoom.
Judge, who did you call next?
Deja Williams.
I messed up my Zoom. There we go. I got it back. Okay. Deja Williams. And if there's any other private lawyers I forgot, other than the one lady I passed, please raise your hand on Zoom so I can promote you. We passed one we're waiting also for Kevin Gurrier. Let me know when he arrives.
We had Mr. Gurrier.
We'll bring it in. Mr. Erickson's waiting. Hi, Mr. Erickson.
Good morning.
Did you get the arrest affidavit?
No, not yet, Your Honor.
You read it.
Me too, because I think it makes the calendar go too slow.
Good morning. This is Mr. Tevin Gurrier. You were arrested for a case from April 7th of 2025. The charge is second-degree murder with a weapon. So your attorney is here. He's on Zoom. Can you please announce your name for the record, counsel?
Good morning again, Judge. Robert Erickson on behalf of Mr. Gurrier.
Good morning. You don't have benefit of the arrest affidavit, so I'll read you. I'll try and summarize it. Defendant and victim came into contact with each other on the swale area of property in North Miami off of 127th Street. Defendant and victim got into a verbal altercation. It escalated after defendant walked away from victim. He went back into his apartment to retrieve a weapon. It says sharp object / knife. Returned to confront the victim on the swale. Altercation turned physical, and later defendant
swell.
The victim multiple times in the upper torso, chest, head area while seated on top of the victim, who was laying on his back on the ground. After stabbing the victim, defendant got off the victim who was on the ground and walked back to his apartment. The victim also got off the ground and stumbled around before eventually collapsing in front of an apartment in the building's complex. The victim sustained multiple stab wounds and defensive wounds. Victim was initially treated on scene by the police and fire rescue prior to being transported to the hospital. Despite all life-saving efforts, victim succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased at the hospital. Defendant was identified during the course of the investigation through video surveillance and other investigative. And it shows that also his grandmother also positively identified him as the person who committed this crime. So that's what's going on. Okay? There's probable cause for second-degree murder. The state has filed a motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing pursuant to Florida statute 907.041. And since second-degree murder is considered a dangerous crime, I'm granting the state's motion and holding you with no bond. You will see a judge tomorrow. That will be Judge James, and that judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention. Anything further, Mr. Erickson?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You as well, Judge.
Deja Williams on page 2. Is there an attorney here? Or is that for family? Any family here? I don't know. Anybody here? Oh, out of turn, I don't know. Hi, Miss Williams. Good morning. You were arrested for possession of a weapon on school property and disrupting an educational institution. This is from May 6th. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Judge, I think it's Palmetto Senior. I don't see any criminal history. I didn't do a stay order because I believe she's a student. I don't know if it's her senior year.
Okay, I'll find probable cause and set a bond. Count 1 is 2,500. Count pretrial services, excuse me, alternate bond, $2,500. Count 1 and $150. Count 2. Have a good day. Any more private lawyers? That's it. Okay. Next, we had Erica Williams, page 1.
Your Honor, Ms. Williams received a dollar bond on her bench warrant traffic.
The lawyer. Where's the lawyer? And are you living there now or no? You're not living there, are you? Okay.
No, ma'am.
That victim either directly in person in writing, and also stay away from the other victim, AP, who may be your grandmother. No contact with those two victims either directly, indirectly, in person in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victims through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school, and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs, and do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. And you have to go back to your grandma's home to get your personal belongings, or no?
No, ma'am.
Right. So you understand the stay away order for both cases?
I do.
All right. So he has the hold. Well, he has a hold. So I
No, these are added charges.
And would you do house arrest with an alternate bond, Judge?
I'm a little upset. I can't imagine how grandma feels. He stole the urn with her son's ashes. I understand it's his father. He should give it back. Okay. Not now, because you just stay away with it. I talk to your lawyer. All right. What was the level house arrest? House
Your Honor,
arrest.
the house arrest that they issued him, that was in domestic violence court.
You know what level?
I have level
No,
2, Judge.
What level?
Level 2.
If I do a different level, we'll do the higher level, right? Okay, an F259170 house arrest with a GPS monitor, alternate There is probable cause for the charge.
¿Se encuentra razón probable para el cargo?
Unless it says he's homeless. State, do you object to tap?
Requesting a bond.
Dice que no es una persona sin residencia. Estoy solicitando.
I'm setting a bond. It's $2,500 count one and $2,500 count two.
2.500 en el cargo 1, 2.500 en el cargo 2.
Judge, would you consider Taff? He is homeless. He does not have funds for a bond.
I considered it, and I decided not to give it to him based on what I read here.
Your Honor, can you please repeat?
Said she asked if I'd give him TAP, if I'd consider it, and I said I did consider it, and I'm giving him a straight bond.
El abogado del estatal solicitó si se le podía dar crédito por tiempo servido. La jueza ha analizado y ha decidido que le va a asignar fianza.
Okay, good day, sir. Next we have is
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't get count one.
$2,500 count one, $2,500 count two.
Thank you.
2.500 en el cargo 1 y 2.500 en el cargo 2.
Tony Robinson.
Mr. Robinson's present.
Good morning, Ms. Glazer.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for burglary to an unoccupied conveyance and grand theft. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're out on felony bond for case F25-3047. So there's going to be a hold plea to see your judge tomorrow. Let me just review for probable cause.
So it's the bank juggering.
Is that word in the dictionary?
That's I read it in some A forms.
So the victim's vehicle window was shattered and he got $10,000 and $100 denominations were missing. Deputies located the victim's $10,000 and the exact denominations that were taken from the victim's vehicle concealed under the window's power.
The open case is the same thing, where the victim had went to the bank and then the car subsequently broken into.
This is from May 6th. This was in Palmetto Bay. So count one, burglary to the unoccupied conveyance is $2,500. Count two, grand theft is $2,500. And you'll see Judge Gamez tomorrow. Have a nice day. Next case is Michael Francis, page 12.
Yeah, the related traffic could be going to jail room.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for accessory after the fact. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So he was the getaway driver for Mr. Robinson. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Isn't he a principal to it? Well, it's not how you want to change it. House arrest, house arrest, level 3 house arrest. Plus bond, $2,500. Have a nice day, sir. Oh, curfew is 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Next, Victor Rodriguez, page 15. Miss F, are you able to call Andrew Ryer's office to see where the lawyer was? Was it Matthew Rogoff? That was the attorney, I believe. I think it was Mr. Rogoff, he said.
I think it's in an email.
Your Honor, Mr. Rodriguez, he refused court. These are added charges.
And I think this is the third, right?
They did. I will
Yes, it is.
office.
He's
Wait.
being held on 2 probation warrants.
He has a, okay, appoint the public defender's office, waive presence. $500, count one. I'm sorry. It's an type structure. $7,500, count one. And $2,500, count two. To appointing public defender's office, waiving presence.
Yeah. 2,500.
You guys, your volume, your microphone's on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Next is Jesus Tovar. He's on page 15.
Your Honor, these are added charges for him.
Is he here to take questions? Yeah, he's here.
Is he there? No.
He should be coming, Judge.
Give him some exercise. You spit in spit, it's not good for you. Push-ups. Let me see if we can push-ups.
Spanish interpreter, please. Equipo.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for strong arm robbery. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Buenos días, señor. Usted fue arrestado por un robo con fuerza. Le voy a asignar un abogado de oficio.
This is a case from March 30th of 2025.
Este es un caso de marzo 30 del 2025.
There is probable cause for the charge of strong arm robbery.
Se encuentra causa probable para el cargo de robo con fuerza.
You are ordered to stay away from Francisco Ray Ramirez, the alleged victim.
Se le ordena que se mantenga alejado de Francisco Ramírez, la supuesta víctima.
Contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No deberá tener contacto con la víctima directa, indirectamente, en persona, por escrito, por teléfono o a través de terceras personas.
And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, victim's home, school, and place of employment at all times.
Y deberá mantenerse por lo menos a 500 pies de distancia de la víctima, su casa, su escuela o su lugar de empleo.
So I'm setting a bond at $7,500. Have a nice day, sir.
Se establece una fianza de $7,500. Que tenga un buen día, señor.
Corrections, I'm ready for Shantira Josie. The lawyer just came back. Thank you, corrections, for waiting. Mr. You were arrested for a case from May 3rd of 2025. The charge is attempted first-degree murder with a deadly weapon. Your attorney is here. Good morning. Can you please state your name? Let me mute her for a second. Go ahead.
Hunter Clifton on behalf of Ms. Joseph.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Judge, I emailed a different attorney.
He works in the same office.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just got a clip.
We're at the Wire Journal office.
Okay.
You want to unmute her, you can, but I'm just gonna review for probable cause. It's, you have the argument, you want to make?
Judge, I do briefly, just on the attempted first, at least from the four corners of the affidavit, I'm not seeing the elements of premeditation set out in the four corners. I do see enough probable cause for attempted second, but certainly not enough for an attempted first life felony. So I'd ask that the court find cause only for the attempted second. I'd also ask that the court release her on a house arrest monitor, total lockdown at this time.
So it looks like there's enough for the attempted first because the defendant gets in the car, backs out of the parking spot, lowers the window, and stays in front of the business, waiting for the victim.
That's not true.
Ma'am, don't talk about the charges. You're presumed not guilty.
Okay, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It doesn't say how long she remained stationary for. And
premeditation can be formed in an instance, and in this case, it says that she gets in the car, lowers the window, remains stationary, gets the gun, shoots the victim. So I think she had time to reflect on her actions when she left the store, got into the car, lowered the window, pulled the gun. Not a heat of passion kind of incident. She goes outside, waits in the car with the gun in order to shoot the victim.
When there's a ongoing dispute, when there's a verbal argument, a fist fight, even if it's an overreaction, right? That falls close to the range of manslaughter and attempted second, not premeditation. So
like, she acted in the heat of the moment. So
that's how the April reads, at least.
Right, so she had the opportunity to go to the car, get the gun, pull out of the parking spot, lower the window, and wait for the victim.
I was in fear for my life and it wasn't a firearm.
So it says the dispute, there's a dispute in the business, verbal altercation, and then it's not very well.
Yeah, it was disputes 2 days prior.
Speak out right now. I know it's frustrating, but just hold on, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
And that would go to premeditation, Judge.
He threatened me, man.
I'm getting her again. This is...
It should also.
Ma'am, you were ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Hansito Dominique. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and stay at least 500 feet away from the victim's home and school and place of employment at all times.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Stay away from the Lakeside Market at 11050 Northwest 17th Avenue in Miami, Florida.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Mr.
Judge, she does have family that she can stay with. They're present from before the court. I am not aware of any prior felony convictions. Her family explained to me that they don't believe there's any felony convictions in her prior history. It also looks like, although again the arrest form's not super clear, it looks like there's only one shot fired, which additionally supports my contention that this is the cause exists for attempted second and or a manslaughter, not an attempted first.
What is attempted second degree murder, Ms. Seth? Is that a first degree felony or second degree?
With a fire, it's still a first.
Still a first.
It's a first degree felony, Judge, but it's not under the life.
Yeah.
capital.
It's still considered a dangerous crime, which would require, pretrial detention. So
If the court is not, if the court can still use its discretion, at this stage, the court wouldn't be bound to hold her no bond.
okay, so you understand, stay away from the lakeside market and basically, one more time. Stay away from the lakeside market and the victim, Jacinto Dominique. I'm gonna agree with your attorney and find probable cause for attempted second-degree murder.
It's over state's objection.
Also, I am also granting the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing pursuant to Florida statute 907.041. You're going to have to see your judge tomorrow. That judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention. So you have a good lawyer, listen to what he tells you.
Okay, Your Honor, can I ask you this? Because the police kept my purses, my pocketbook was this big, but got just my debit cards and my ID in it, what my kids need to take my money off, and there's nothing else in my purse but my coupons. But they said they had to keep it anyway because
talk to your lawyer and they can always try and
get it.
Okay? You'll see Judge Young tomorrow.
But is it who I can get my purse or no?
Not while you're in jail.
No, for my kids to get it so they can get my debit card and stuff.
Up to Mr.
So we can always file a motion for return of property, okay?
Okay, because they needed to get the stuff out, my money and stuff, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
I need to talk to them.
Mute. Do you have Romeo Perez, page 15?
Your Honor, Mr. Romeo Perez, he refused court. This is an added charge.
Oh, wait, his presence, Judge.
Public Defender's Office waived presence. There's probable cause, $2,500 bond.
And Ms. F, do you have the name of the alleged victim?
It is, they're both listed as witnesses, actually. No, so I may not have the name.
Next is Adolph Smith, page 15.
Added charge.
You refused, or you said it refused? Yes. Ms. Corey, what do you want to do?
He's here, Judge, one moment.
Sure. Sorry.
Did you want to talk to him about the out-of-state fugitive?
Oh, is that going to be
Mr. Smith is present.
Oh, hi, Mr. Smith. You were arrested for battery by a detainee on another detainee. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So there's probable cause for the charge. You have an out-of-state fugitive warrant. So since you picked up this new case, does he have an open AC?
So
Yes, he does, but he received credit time served already. So he was done. He was ready to go.
You were ready to be picked up on your fugitive warrant. Now they got to delay that and stop that. Can you please let Ms. Romas or the deputy know?
Sure.
Until this case is closed. Stop fighting. Don't fight at the jail and don't pick up any new charges.
Can I say something?
Nothing to say. They caught you fighting the victim, so that's the probable cause. I'll set the bond at $2,500. Then we have Yadir Villavicencio Hernandez, page 16.
Added charges, he refused.
Thank you. Ms. Corey.
Let's see.
This probable cause.
We can waive his presence.
What's the name?
Yadir Villavicencio Hernandez.
Do you need the name?
Yes.
The name is Juan Rodriguez.
Juan Rodriguez, thank you.
Appoint the public defender's office waived presence bond is $2,500. Next we have is Christopher Rodriguez, page 17.
Added charges, he refused.
We'll waive his presence.
Appoint the public defender's office, waive presence. Let me, just give me a second reviewing it.
I didn't see a value for the window.
Or the value as items, just, okay. All right, so there's probable cause for count 1 burglary to an unoccupied conveyance. What do you want to do, waive his presence?
Yes, Judge.
Where? Appoint public defender's office, waive presence, and then count 1 is $2,500. Count 2, grand theft is $2,500, and count 3, criminal mischief, no value, $150. Next, Timothy Thomas, page 18.
These are added charges, Your Honor.
He refused, well, waive his presence.
Appoint defender's office, waive presence. Give me a second.
And I'll need the name of that.
That's
The victim is Elias Cruz.
$2,500 bond. Clinton Turner on page 18.
Mr. Turner refused court, Your Honor.
Thank you.
We can reset him. I only see a petty theft pending for him.
That's the victim's age mentioned.
It says the age, but I don't know if it's aggravated.
Does not appear to be aggravated.
It's probable cause for battery on a person age 65 or older. Reset it for the afternoon.
And Judge, we have the out-of-state fugitive warrant here.
Oh, they told me they didn't have them. Bring them back.
They brought him. And then if we can then after him take the hospital case, Mr. Suarez for custody release to Southern Wind.
Okay. I don't have the paperwork. What's his name?
Eduardo Suarez. He's on page 14.
No, not him. The warrant person, the gentleman. Bring him back in.
So Mr. Elias present, he'll need the Spanish interpreter.
Okay. Good morning, sir. You signed the waiver to go, I forget what state it was.
Virginia?
Virginia. You signed the waiver paperwork, and I thought you told me you wanted to speak with a lawyer, so I was just checking if you wanted to waive or wait to speak to your lawyer.
Señor, buenos días. Usted firmó una orden renunciando a la extradición, pero usted ha solicitado hablar con un abogado. ¿Quiere esperar a hablar con su abogado?
Quiero la extradición a Virginia.
I want the extradition to Virginia.
Okay. So we'll let the detective know. So you don't want to reset it for tomorrow to speak to your lawyer. You want to go to Virginia.
Entonces, no quiere esperar a mañana a hablar con su abogado, sino quiere irse a Virginia.
Correcto, sí.
Correct, yes.
Get out of here quicker. We'll make sure the detective knows to notify Virginia to pick you up, but it's still going to print out tomorrow so that I can sign the paperwork.
Ok, eso va a ser más rápido. Vamos a informarle al detective que usted quiere ir a Virginia.
Oh, we'll just leave it on tomorrow. We'll notify them. We'll set it tomorrow we'll give you the same date to make sure Virginia picks you up, May 22nd.
Vamos a darle la misma fecha mañana para asegurarnos que Virginia lo pueda recoger mayo 22.
Okay, so they have 15 days to pick you up. And you may come back to see me tomorrow just to formally announce it on the record.
Es posible que usted regrese mañana para que se anuncie formalmente que usted va a ser enviado a Virginia. Virginia tiene 15 días para venir a recogerlo.
Have a nice day.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Que tenga un buen día, señor. Thank you very much.
Mr. Cohen, how can I help you? Is there somebody on the calendar?
Hi, Judge.
Damn it.
So, Judge, I pulled the case. It's a misdemeanor, so it wouldn't even be in front of your honor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was, I don't know why I thought it was a felony. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It looks like a bond was set. It's a misdemeanor case.
Yeah, and then he was reset for today, I heard. Because they tried to post the bond and then it was reset for today. But I'm sorry that I thought it was a felony. It's my fault.
Problem. You may want to go to 5-3 if it was heard. Maybe
Let me see if it's, I think it's DV, so you may want to log on to the DV calendar.
It started at 11, so it's good timing. If it's
Oh,
DV.
perfect. Look at this. I always get lucky when it's Judge Glazer.
Now you have good people here. The estate.
You're the best.
I can't figure it out. The Zoom ID, if you need the DV Zoom ID. Do you need this?
I'll get on the domestic violence.
Do you want us to put the Zoom ID in the chat room for you?
Oh, that would be awesome, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
A second. What's a Zoom ID? I'll type it in. Anybody know it?
Yes, it's 9406.
Make sure I'm typing it in. 9406
324 6771.
GV. Hopefully I wrote it in right.
Thank you, Judge.
906 324 6771.
Yes.
Okay, good luck. They started at 11.
Perfect. Thanks, Judge.
Judge Corrections wants to take 2 more out of turn.
Okay, is that Marion Garcia?
Yes, that's the first one next.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I got a little distracted. What is that? All right. Good morning, sir.
He speaks English.
You were arrested for possession of a controlled substance called MDMA. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Got a lot of priors. He was released from prison in September.
Okay, there's probable cause for the charge. Is he eligible for pre-trial? I don't think so. He's on page 6.
How about tap, Judge, then?
Tap alternate bond, $2,500. You have an address, sir? The date to come back to court.
Yes, Judge, he does.
So received objection based on criminal history.
Okay, have a nice day. Next case is Angel Rivera. Page 8.
Mr. Rivera's present. He speaks English.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So I guess it's a pellet gun?
Right, it was actually a pellet gun, but I think there still would be a probable cause. The defendant's got convictions, multiple convictions from last year requesting a bond.
Aggravated assault with what, a deadly weapon?
A deadly weapon. It would be a jury issue.
Sir, you are ordered to stay away from Hubi Garcia, the alleged victim. No contact with the alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and stay at least 500 feet away from the victim's home, school, and place of employment at all times. State what bond are you agreeing to? You agree to 2,500?
State's requesting standard.
What's that?
5,000.
Yeah. I'll set it at $3,500. Have a nice day.
Judge, Mr. Rivera does not have funds for a bond. Would Your Honor consider house arrest as an alternate?
Let me just take a look at this. It says homeless here.
It indicates he has a place to stay.
I just gotta call my brother so I can know the address. I just don't know the address by heart.
Looks like the victim's just sitting on
the bus
bench.
Yeah, I'm setting a bond, $3,500. Good day, sir. You can always revisit that with the division judge. Although, what's the difference if I give him house arrest? Is his home. Wait a minute. He obviously there may be some other issues going on. I'll do house arrest.
Would you wanna do level 2?
House arrest with a GPS monitor. Level 2 house arrest, that means school, home, work, medical appointments, meet with your attorney, alternate bond is $3,500 with a stay away order. Have a nice day, sir.
It is over state's objection.
Thank you. Now can I call up, which one? Which one, Eduardo Suarez for
Mr.
that?
Suarez, he's number 40 on the calendar on page 14.
So Eduardo Suarez has hospital benefits. Is it?
Yeah.
Southern Winds?
Southern Winds, correct.
Southern Winds Hospital.
In fact, he's card only, correct? Yes.
Correct. Alternate bond. I'll just do 4,000 and 1,000, even though 4,000 count 1 and 1,000 count 2.
And I sent your honor an order.
I know. I need to take a moment to sign it. Now we have page 13. Antoine Johnson. I believe there's some family here for him. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Sir, you were arrested pursuant to an arrest warrant charging you with 1 count of second-degree murder with a firearm and felon in possession of a firearm. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So this
invoking Mr. Johnson's right to counsel and his right to remain silent.
case from 2021. Also, there's somebody in court for you. Who are you, ma'am?
I'm his girlfriend. Let me go.
Your girlfriend's in court. Let me just review this, please. So it's from August 29, 2021 at 1:30 in the morning. At Golden Blades Park and Ride East Lot. Okay. Let's see. There's probable cause for the charge of second-degree murder and felon in possession of a firearm. The state, did you file a motion for pretrial detention? I don't see it.
Let me double check.
Let's maybe it's still here. He shot and killed the victim in front of his son while they were getting back into their car after going home, I guess, on a party bus for a birthday party.
I believe I did, Judge. If not, I can email it.
I don't see it. Can you email it to me and I'll print it out now?
To you, Your Honor?
Yeah, to me. I'm gonna turn on my computer now so I can sign it and print it.
Okay.
I didn't have this motions. Ashley, are there any other motions there by the state? One for Mr. Antoine Johnson. So it's from 2021. I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending fine. Wait a minute, maybe I haven't. No, I don't see it. You see it? It's going to be no bond count 1 for second-degree murder, and count 2 is also no bond. That's for the felon in possession of a firearm.
Your Honor doesn't want to set a bond on 2?
What?
Count 2.
Sorry, 2. I'm sorry, pardon me. No bond count 1 for second-degree murder, and count 2 is $7,500. You'll see a judge tomorrow. That judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion. It's Judge Altfield. Okay. Have a nice day. We didn't get it. Yeah, just send it again. Send it, and we didn't receive one. Okay, now can we start on page 1? Oh, it's our bewitching hour. 11:05 or 11:07. Time to start on page 1. First case is Danae Dean.
Count 1 is a second-degree felony.
She's out on felony bond, F-25-5245.
Hi, Ms. Dean. Good morning. Gotta get the paperwork. All right, ma'am, you were arrested for 1 count of burglary to an occupied dwelling and 1 count of violation of a domestic violence injunction. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Wendy, could you type it? All right, let me read it. It's from May 6th, which was yesterday. Okay, what's it with everybody stealing urns today? Anyway, ma'am, you were ordered to stay away. First of all, why do I need to do a stay away order from the grandma? I don't know if grandma was there. She's not allowed to go to the grandma's home, but where does it say grandma's there?
It says, this battery involved the defendant attacking her okay, I guess she's the victim of the violation of the stay away order, maybe?
Oh, I understand, thank you. Ma'am, you were ordered to stay away from the grandma's home at 14420 Fillmore Street in Miami, Florida. You're not allowed to go to that location. I don't know how many feet it was. How many feet was it before? Do you know, Ms. Corey?
No, Judge, I do not.
Where do you want me to put, 100 feet?
That's fine.
Okay, stay at least 100 feet away from the victim. I'm sorry, stay at least 100 feet away from that home. You are also ordered to stay away from Roderick, Boynton, and Colleen Cambridge. No contact with the victims either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and no contact with the victims through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 100 feet away from their home, school, and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs, and do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order, ma'am?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
So the problem is you're out on felony bond. There's a hold, so I'll set a bond count 1. It's not a first degree felony, second degree felony. I guess I'll set that bond. What do you want me to set it at?
5,000's okay, 'cause she's got the holds.
Yeah, issues 2,500 count 1, and count 2 violation of the injunction is what?
Standard is 500.
Okay, it's a second degree misdemeanor?
It's a first, but no force.
Oh, okay, it's $500 count 2, 2,500 count 1, 500 count 2, and you'll see your judge tomorrow. Have a nice day. Next on page 1, we have Brittany Scott. Or page 2, excuse me. Page 2, or is it page, bottom of page 2, page 3. Good morning, Ms. Scott. So you were arrested for 3 cases. One of them is a burglary with an assault or battery, and then a grand theft case, grand theft charge. That's from October 20th of 2024. You have another case, grand theft, from June 17th of 2023. And a third case of grand theft from November 9th of 2024. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're also out on felony probation.
Judge, the probation predates. She took the plea a couple days ago.
There's no hold on F-23 6720 or F-23 9188.
She did have a private attorney on those cases. I reached out to him and he said he has not yet been retained.
Okay. Ma'am, can you afford to hire a lawyer?
I have my brother get Mr. Hufferman again on this case. We wasn't aware when I took the plea that I had these open lists.
What did you say probation was how long ago?
She took the plea a couple days ago. I think it was on Monday.
Yes.
What date was that?
The 5th.
Okay. Anyway, Monday was the 5th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cinco de Mayo.
All right, so there's no hold. Let me review.
Does she want the case reset to see if she's going to retain the attorney?
You want me to appoint the public defender's office, or are you going to hire a private lawyer?
Wait, I'm not gonna have no bond at all?
Judge, she wants the public defender to be appointed at this time.
Public Defender's Office for you. I need a review. I don't know why it's a burglary.
So.
Does not appear to be one, Judge. It looks like she was invited to the home.
Right, but she was invited under false pretenses. If Your Honor looks, she's got a history of meeting men at bars, going back to their apartments, and stealing high-end jewelry.
Watches, Rolex watches.
And in this case, according to the victim, the defendant hit him in the head with a bottle of wine and he lost consciousness. So I think any consent would have been withdrawn at the point that the defendant hit the victim over the head with a wine bottle.
That's an aggravated battery. And then there's a grand theft. That's, I don't know, Ms. Corey, what do you want to say?
Yes, that's your fine. Probable cause at best for the aggravated battery for count 1 and count 2, 3rd-degree felony. Grand theft, it looks like it's a $13,000 watch.
It says, given that the invitation into the apartment was extended under false pretenses, specifically under the guise of engaging in consensual social activity, and that the true intent was criminal in nature, the invitation is deemed invalid. Therefore, the defendant remained unlawfully in the victim's residence with the intent to commit a crime therein. Additionally, when the defendant hits the victim over the head with a wine bottle, I believe any consent would be withdrawn.
Okay.
She's got an address in New York. It looks like she just took a plea on a similar case, and I do see criminal history out of New York as well.
So maybe it's an armed robbery? It's not a burglary with an assault or
So if Your Honor finds armed robbery, that's fine too.
So she's going to be supervised here in Miami on her probation. I would ask if you would set a bond for her, Judge.
Let me see.
Great. So Your Honor,
I
know, a month ago, 2 months ago, we had some victims of a similar crime, and the concern is, what is she slipping them?
Listen,
the victims could have been killed.
They choose to take somebody home when they meet in a club. We can't be everybody's parent. You got to be careful when you pick up somebody at a club. Anyway, that being said, the appropriate charge, I think, would be an armed robbery if she hit him on the head with a bottle and then stole his property. Okay, ma'am, on this case F259190, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, whose initials are JS. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and stay at least 500 feet away from his home, school, and place of employment at all times. State, are you going to send me a motion for pretrial detention?
The judge, I did. I don't know what happened to the motions.
On this one? Oh, that one might be here. I have this one. I have. So in this case, I'm granting the state's motion for pretrial detention as to count 1, and I'm going to hold you at no bond. Count 2, there's probable cause for grand theft. It's a 3rd-degree felony. That bond is $2,500.
It's a second or a third, Judge?
So it's a third. It's a $30,000 Rolex.
Your Honor, you changed it to 1,000?
No, I said 2,500.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
Sorry, I'm just writing everything down. Then the next case. The next case I'm gonna handle is F-25-9191. The charge is grand theft from June 17th of 2023. Same thing, she meets somebody out drinking in Miami Beach. They go back to his place. He passes out, doesn't know what happened, wakes up and his Rolex is gone, another property, credit cards missing. So there's probable cause for grand theft. And stay away from the alleged victim, whose initials are SI, no contact with him either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and stay at least 500 feet away from his home, school, and place of employment. Bond is $2,500. And then the third case is from November 9th of 2024. I guess the victim goes out for some fun in South Beach, agrees to go back to his victim's apartment. First they stop for another drink, finally get to his place. He falls asleep, wakes up to realize his items are taken from his home, a phone and a Rolex. There's probable cause for grand theft. You're ordered to stay away from TC, that victim, no contact with him, and you must stay at least 500 feet away from his home, school, and place of employment. The bond is $2,500 on this case. Have a nice day. You'll see a judge tomorrow for the other case, the armed robbery. Now we have on page 3, Leonie Martin Hannah. Good morning, ma'am. You were arrested for strong arm robbery and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Any moment to review.
Your Honor, I'm sorry for Ms. Scott, clarification, did you place the holds on the on probation cases?
No, no hold for the probation cases.
Okay, thank you.
Right, so she could have been charged with armed robbery.
It looks like the theft by the co-defendant already occurred, and that there's nothing indicating that Miss Martin Hannah even knew that there was some incident between the two of a theft of a phone. So it appears to be a separate incident, Judge.
Okay.
I'd ask you to find no probable cause for count 1. I see no prior history for Miss Martin Hannah. She's lived in the community about 10 years. She works as a cashier, Judge.
All right, then you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Omara Patterson. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home, school, and place of employment at all times. You want me to encounter what states?
It says she participated in the robbery by preventing the victim from obtaining her phone. So I think that there is probable cause by pulling the knife on the victim. The victim was unable to get the phone back. He was scared.
Count one will be $1,000. Count two will be, it's an ag assault. Count one will be $1,000. Count two will be $4,000. You want house arrest? Or no? Do house arrest level 3. Got a full house sitting there.
Did you give a level?
What?
Did you give a level for the house arrest?
I'll do level 3 if you want it.
Okay, yes, please.
Okay, house arrest with a GPS monitor. Alternate bond, 1,000 count 1, 4,000 count 2, level 3 house arrest with a curfew from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Have a nice day. Click. Oh, let's see you. Oh, yeah, she's here. Errol Martin on page 4. Feel free to line them up. We got a full house there. And I'm taking my hour and a half for lunch today. Gotta go somewhere.
Mr. Martin's present.
Good morning, Mr. Martin. You were arrested for possession of MDMA, a controlled substance. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So there is probable cause for the charge. You are out on probation. There's a hold for F-17-3726. I'll set the bonds at $1,500 and you'll see your judge tomorrow. Have a nice day. Next is Manuel Corrales Boyer. Run out. Thank you. Eric Praga. Good morning, Mr. Praga.
How you doing?
Battery by strangulation.
Your Honor, I just
Do you have money to hire a lawyer?
Yes, I do.
Have you hired one?
No, but I
No,
will,
okay.
if
All right.
I need to, I will be doing that.
Okay, Judge Mr. Paga indicates he has funds to hire private counsel.
So do you want to proceed without a lawyer now and waive the lawyer's presence? Or do you want me to reset the case in the afternoon? Give you an
Your Honor, I got a couple of things to say.
Answer her questions first. Okay?
You can hire a lawyer now.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to proceed now without your lawyer and waive a lawyer's presence?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine, let me review this for probable cause.
I'm not sure if it says breathing was obstructed. It looks like they're roommates. So I don't know if John wants to let him go back one time with the police.
Okay, so, sir, you are ordered to stay away from Elijah Smart, the alleged victim. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home and school, and place of employment at all times. Since that's your roommate, if he's still living there.
This is, I just wanted, that's why I wanted to say something to the order, to the judge. This is not, he does not stay with us. This man is, he's on probation and he sleeps at a shelter from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. He's, for a child rape. He's a sexual offender. He has a murder on his case.
Yeah, I don't care who he is. First of all, he's a victim in this case. There's probable cause for battery. Does he live in your home with you?
I was just a victim on his. No, he doesn't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Me and my mother live at the home.
Just in a second. living there, you can only go back one time only with a police officer to get your personal belongings. If he's not living there, then you have no problem going back home. Just stay away from him. So, there's probable cause for simple battery. I'll take it for battery.
They're requesting a bond and I want to ensure that the victim's not living there.
I'll give them free trial services with an alternate bond of $1,000. That way they'll make sure he's not living there. 1,000. Have a nice day. Next is Brian Israel, page 5.
Find out.
Adrian Alvarado.
He's present, speaks English.
You don't qualify for TAP.
Possession of cocaine, attempted tampering with evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're okay with what?
TAP.
TAP alternate bond. $1,000, no, $2,500 count 1. $2,500 count 2, and $500 count 3. What is it? 1,000 count 1, 25 count 2, and 500 count 3. It's the TAP. You have to come to court for your arraignment. What's the date, please, Ashley? June what? 7th or the 6th?
And Your Honor, you said 1,000, 2,500, and 500?
Yes, he has to come back to court for his arraignment on June 6th at 9 a.m. Courtroom 22, Judge Jean. Have a nice day. Next is Herman Skinner. Sign this and send this to hopefully this process. Yeah. One second, sir. Sorry, Tony, I'm trying to get this order out real quick. What did I do wrong? Sir, Mr. Skinner, good morning. Page 6. You were arrested for 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder, 1 count of use of a firearm during a felony, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. This is a case from April 4th of 2025. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So I need
Mr. Skinner's right to counsel and his right to remain silent.
I need a moment to review the probable cause. So he has 14 felony convictions. He shot, I guess, two people living in a homeless tent. There's probable cause for the charges of 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder, as well as use of a firearm during a felony and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. You are ordered to stay away from the alleged victims. Their initials are XP and GD. No contact with those victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home, school, and place of employment at all times. I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing pursuant to Florida Statute 907. So count 1 and 2, attempted first-degree murder. It's no bond count 1 and no bond count 2. Count 3, use of a firearm during a felony. That's a second-degree felony, $7,500. And count 4, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon is $7,500. So, sir, you'll see the division judge tomorrow. It's going to be
Gomez.
Gomez. Thank you. Next case, we have Yolandi Quesada Blanco.
Spanish, please.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for burglary to an unoccupied structure, grand theft, a second-degree felony, and resisting an officer without violence. This is from May 3rd. It was a burglary of a storage unit in Miami.
Buenos días, señor. Usted fue arrestado por allanamiento con intento de robo de una morada, el robo en mayor cuantía, resistir arresto sin violencia. Esto ocurrió en mayo 3.
There is probable cause for the charges. You are ordered to stay away from the public storage at 760 Northwest 21st Street in Miami, Florida.
Your Honor, can you please repeat the address?
760 Northwest 21st Street in Miami, Florida.
Thank you. Se encuentra razón probable, se le ordena que se mantenga alejado del centro de almacenamiento público en la 760 Northwest 21 calle en Miami, Florida.
Yeah, I'm setting a bond. Count 1 burglary is $2,500. Count 2 grand theft is over a second-degree felony. He stole over $30,000 of the victim's property. I'll set that at $5,000. And count 3 resisting without violence is $500.
En el cargo 1 se le establece una fianza de $4,500. Cargo 2, hurto en mayor cuantía por más de $30,000, $5,000. Y resistir a arresto sin violencia, $500.
All right, have a nice day. Next, we have
Que tenga un buen día.
Page 6. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Blackshear. You were arrested for armed robbery with a weapon and burglary to an unoccupied structure. It's from May 6th. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There is probable cause for the charge of armed robbery and burglary to a conveyance, no prejudice. You are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, whose initials are TH. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home, school, and place of employment at all times. Also, I'm granting the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing. Count 1, armed robbery, will be no bond. You'll see a judge tomorrow, and that judge will set a final hearing of the state's motion for pretrial detention. Count 2, burglary to the unoccupied conveyance, is $2,500. Have a nice day. Next case is Amare Pacheco, page 7.
Spanish, please.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for petty theft, 2 or more convictions. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Señor, usted ha sido arrestado por delito de menor cuantía, 2 o más cargos. Le voy a asignar un abogado de oficio.
There is probable cause for the charge. You are ordered to stay away from 7-Eleven at 812 Southwest 8th Street in Miami, Florida.
Se encuentra razón fundada de que se mantenga alejado de la 711 en la 812 Southwest 8 Calle en Miami, Florida.
Do you understand you're not allowed to go to the 7-Eleven store that I just told you about in 8th Street? You gotta stay.
¿Entiende usted, señor, que debe mantenerse alejado de la tienda 711 7-Eleven en la calle 8, como le acabo de indicar?
Sí.
Yes.
So he's got an open misdemeanor, 120 from last year, and a 30-day sentence from January.
Tiene una pendiente, un delito menor del año pasado.
I'll set a bond.
Judge, would you consider TAP for Mr. Pacheco? Currently homeless.
I think he's a good risk for TAP. It's $1,000 bond.
Se establece su fianza en $1,000.
He said tap or a straight bond?
Straight bond, $1,000. I don't think he should get TAP.
No creo que deba conseguir crédito por tiempo servido, sino una fianza.
All right, next we have Elias Cruz, page 7. Is he here or is he refusing still?
Your Honor, this is the added charge, and he's still refusing.
Your Honor, found probable cause for aggravated assault on an inmate.
Ms. Corey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
You refused yesterday?
Yes.
We'll waive his presence.
The public defender's office, waive presence. What did I say, $1,000?
Well, John said a little higher. I think he tried to stab the victim with a shank.
$2,500 bond. Next, Dolph Codner, page 8. Is he here or refusing? Is he next? Yeah, Mr. Codner. By corrections.
These are added charges for him.
He was taken back, Judge.
What do you want me to do? Reset it? There's probable cause.
It's marijuana, though. John, I just reduced the bond.
Ms. Corey, you want to waive presence?
Yes, Judge.
What do you want me to do? $500? Count one. What do you want?
I do $1,000 and $1.
500 and 500. How's that? Okay. Appoint the public defender's office, waive presence. Next, page 9 is Mr. George Rodriguez Gomez. Good morning, sir. Come on over.
Your Honor, he has a hold for immigration.
Spanish, please.
Sir, you were arrested for possession of cocaine and attempted tampering with physical evidence.
Buenos días, se le ha arrestado por posesión de cocaína y tratar de manipular pruebas.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Se le va a asignar un abogado de oficio.
Also, you have an immigration hold, so you may want to consult with a lawyer before you post your bonds.
También consta en su contra una retención de inmigración antes de pagar su fianza. Es posible que usted quiera contratar un abogado.
So there's probable cause for the charges. Count 1, possession of cocaine will be $1,500. Count 2, attempted tampering with evidence is $1,000.
Se encuentra el motivo fundado para los cargos. El primero, posesión de cocaína, se establece una fianza de $1,500. El segundo, intentar manipular pruebas. I'm sorry, Your Honor, the amount for the second charge.
$1,000.
La fianza para el segundo cargo, intento de manipular evidencia, $1,000.
Have a nice day, sir.
Que tenga un buen día.
Next, we have Errol Wilson on page 10.
He refused, Your Honor.
Your Honor, please review.
So there's probable cause for the charge. They set it for the afternoon. Next is Cervante Wiggins on page 10. Good morning. Sir, you were arrested for possession of MDMA, a controlled substance. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Maybe tap.
You got an address, sir?
Yes, she does. Would you consider pre-trial?
An ROR.
Okay, I'll take an ROI.
They're passing.
MDMA.
Huh? They're passing around a cigar with MDMA. Sir, you make sure you keep all future court appointments. There's probable cause. All right. Have a nice day.
Next, ROR is over state's objection.
That was the ROR?
Yes, ROR. Let him go. Come back in about 30 days for your arraignment. Next is Harpoon Ellison, page 10.
Also a program.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for possession of MDMA, a controlled substance. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. He's a little differently situated. You want tap or pre-trial?
Either one, Judge.
Pre-trial, please.
Okay. Pre-trial services, alternate bonds, $2,500. Have a nice day. Next, Javier Baez. Good morning, Mr. Baez. You were arrested. Do you speak English?
Yes, good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for a case from July 21st of 2023. The charge is burglary with an assault or battery. So I will, can you afford to hire a private lawyer?
I can, but so me and her went to court. We had good relations.
Before we get there, do you get any? I know it's an old case. How much do you make a week, a month?
I'm unemployed right now.
I'll appoint the public defender's office for you.
If there's someone here for this case, if you can type your name in the chat, someone raise their hand, but it says me. So if you can type your name in the chat, please.
Yeah.
I don't know who me is. I'm not raising your hand.
She wrote her name.
That's her, Judge.
Mother. Does she speak English?
Yes.
She understood me. Good morning, madam. How you doing? Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you for letting me join.
Sir, please raise your right to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are going to give in this proceeding will be the truth, if so state I do?
I do.
Thank you. And what is your name, please?
My name is Tenejo Lamendis.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
Tenejo Lamendis.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So ma'am, Are you afraid of Javier Baez?
Not at all.
Do you want the court to order him to stay away from you?
No, I don't want to. Javier Baez is the father of my daughter. We have a daughter in common.
Okay, thank you. State any questions?
No questions. I'm assuming things have smoothed out.
Any problems now?
Okay,
Any problems with him now, ma'am?
Sorry?
You have any problems with Mr. Baez now?
No, I don't have no problems with Mr. Baez.
Corey, any questions?
Judge, he indicated he had funds to hire an attorney.
He said he's unemployed though. The judge appointed the PD.
Okay, and no questions, Judge.
Thank you. So, sir, I will enter a modified stay away order from the alleged victim, Daneo Mendez. You are allowed to have contact with the victim. You are prohibited from being physically threatening or violent towards her in any manner whatsoever. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. And do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. So do you understand this modified stay away order? Only friendly, nonviolent contact is allowed.
Yes, can I say something, please?
Before you start talking about it, I wasn't planning to get free trial in 2023.
Can I
Yes,
say
Judge,
something, Your Honor?
cause for trespass at best, Judge.
I can't hear everybody talking and my ears all over it. Say it again.
I would ask that you find probable cause for trespass at best. There does not appear to be any intent to commit a crime.
And Ms. Olamandis, did you want to say something to the judge?
Yes, I would like to ask something if I'm allowed to speak.
Yes, ma'am. What would you like to say?
Your Honor, I would like to add this event that occurred 2 years ago. Mr. Baez and I, we have good relationships after we settled down and we understood that we need to be cordially between each other because we have a daughter in common. He did not attempt to attack me or trespass my house. It was an intentional accident. We want to have good relationship. We have a daughter. He's a good person.
Ma'am, I'm just trying to decide how he should be released. I'm okay giving him free trial. I'll find free trial services, alternate bond, and it will be a trespass, okay? Probable cause trespass.
Alternate bond?
Alternate bond what is the trespass?
Would you do an ROR, Judge?
Please.
Okay.
Thank you.
ROR, find probable cause for trespass. Thank you for coming in, ma'am. I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second, please. You're free to go, ma'am.
Thank you.
You have a nice day. Give me 1 second to send this email that I need to send out to this hospital. Iris, can you please call the clerk to process the order I just sent? Thank you. Okay. Now we have Joseph Rodriguez. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You were arrested for burglary possession of burglary tools, stealing and stolen property, and loitering or prowling. So I will appoint the public defender's office for you. This is from May 6 yesterday. You're out on felony bond. There's a hold for case F-24-20638. So you got to see the judge tomorrow in that case. I'm going to order that you stay away from 973 Northeast 96th Street in Miami Shores, Florida. You are not allowed to go to that location, to that home. You must stay away from there. So let me review. So he stopped at a car that had 6 blank generic Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram key fobs, 2 reprogrammable cables, flyers, gloves, a window punch, multiple license plates, and a screwdriver. One of the license plates was stolen from a auto shop in Miami Gardens. So
Judge, this looks like it's 11:20 in the morning. Mr. Rodriguez is described as the passenger. And at this point, there's nothing indicating any basis for possession of burglary tools, dealing in stolen property, or loitering and prowling.
So the car that the defendant was in was used during a vehicle theft the previous day.
Just probably because it's dealing in stolen property. I don't know what that is.
It's for the plate.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a petty theft.
Okay.
Judge, if he's the passenger, they're saying that this is found in a book bag in the rear driver's seat floorboard. So there's nothing indicating that Mr. Rodriguez, being a passenger in a car, had any connection to the backpack as a passenger.
This area is a one-way street, just like they said. Anyway, count 1, burglary, possession of burglary tools is $2,500.
I would ask you to find no probable cause for the possession of burglary tools. There's no burglary. He's not in possession of anything.
Oh, I disagree. That's why I'm making my finding. Count 1 is $2,500. Count 2, there's probable cause for petty theft, $150 bonds. And count 3, loitering or prowling, is $150. Just Judge Tamari for his open probation case. Good day, sir. Next is Robert Strong. Good morning, Mr. Strong. You were arrested for, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell the other fellow to stay away from the address. Yeah, I did.
I think Your Honor did.
I did. Mr. Strong, you were arrested for possession of burglary tools, dealing in stolen property, loitering, or prowling. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There is probable cause for count 1. Ms. Corey, do you want to make your argument? You can.
Yes, Judge, there's nothing indicating any burglary occurred, that these would be burglary tools. There's nothing indicating Mr. Strong is in possession of them.
I'm okay with Mr. Strong getting a program. I think he's got some family member who's been sitting on Zoom all morning, and he doesn't have the same criminal history as the co-defendant.
Well, he has a lot of
right. He should probably stay away from Mr. Rodriguez.
Okay.
There's no probable cause for dealing in stolen property.
Correct. Sir, you are ordered to stay away from 970 Northeast 96th Street in Miami Shores, Florida. Count 1, possession. It's going to be pretrial services. Alternate bond. Count 1, possession of burglary tools is $2,500. Count 2, petty theft is $150. And count 3, loitering or prowling is $150. Have a good day, sir. Next is Anthony V on page 12, page 11, excuse me. You have Anthony V on page.
Your Honor, Mr. Vion has a hold for the Department of Corrections. He also has a hold for the marshals.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Vion. Good morning. You were arrested for a case from, looks like 2016. I'm sorry, 2014. May 31st of 2014. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. The charges are burglary to an unoccupied dwelling, petty theft, and criminal mischief. So there is $150. And count 3, criminal mischief, is $150. Have a nice day.
Any corrections, is there DOC hold?
It's a DOC and US Marshals.
The DOC is finished on the 9th, but he does have a US Marshal.
Okay, thank you. Everything okay?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, count 1 was 7,500, 150, and 150?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, next case is Willie Hill.
Your Honor, Mr. Hill has a hold for Coleman, Department of Corrections. His EOS date is 9/1/26.
Okay, Mr. Hill's on page 12. So, good morning, Mr. Hill. You were arrested pursuant to an arrest warrant. It's a sealed warrant, so I have to open it up. So, sir, you were arrested for 3 counts of first-degree murder, 20 counts of attempted first-degree murder with a deadly weapon, 1 count of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, 1 count of tampering with physical evidence of a capital offense. So these are very serious charges. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. This is
Invoking Mr. Hill's right to counsel and his right to remain silent. Judge, can we receive a copy of the warrant, please?
And
I just said it. Hold on, give me a second.
it's from May 30th, 2021 from the Almula Business or Club. They make sure your copy is redacted if you're going. This is not redacted. This copy I have here is not redacted. It's not redacted. Tell me how this is redacted. Oh, it is here. It is for here. Here it's not. I don't know. That's not. Oh, it's we have a redacted copy.
Can the clerk send that to Miss Corey then? Because mine, I don't know if it is.
It will have to be later. So this is an incident at May 30th, 2021 at 12:26 in the morning. Police dispatched the El Mula for a reported shooting. There was a large crowd of people running. Multiple people shot in both inside and outside El Mula. There were 2 deceased victims there. 20 other victims who were shot, I guess, or attempted to be shot. Yeah, 20 people were shot. So let me just see what's going on here. They had video surveillance from the same plaza where the El Mula was located. And the police were able to identify 4 vehicles, a lookout vehicle and 3 shooting vehicles. One of the vehicles involved in this was recovered and Mr. Hill's DNA was recovered. They also obtained his cell phone. They have photos and videos of the vehicle before and after the shooting. So based on the cell site records, GPS records, car rental records, cell phone extractions, and videos, they believe he was, I'm sorry, 1 second. It says Subject Holmes was the driver of the Nissan Pathfinder during the shooting, while Subject Green was the driver of the black Cadillac XT5, as well as Subject Hill. And Subject Chambers, I'm sorry, as well as Subject Hill and Subject Chambers as shooters who exited the black Cadillac XT5. So they rely on the cell site records. And also they found a lot of valuable information pointing to his evidence of his involvement from his cell phone. Okay, so I believe there is probable cause. Do you want me to have this forwarded to you, Ms. Corey? If there's any issue, you can readdress it in the afternoon.
Yes, Judge, that's fine. Thank you.
So that being said, this, of course, making a finding of probable cause for the charges set forth herein on this warrant, I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing. I'm holding with no bond on counts 1 through 3, first-degree murder, counts 4 through 23, attempted first-degree murder, and also that I'm going to hold you at no bond on conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. And the last count, tampering with physical evidence, is bondable. I'm going to set that at $10,000. So, sir, you will see a judge tomorrow, and that judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention. Good day. Okay, could you please make a photocopy of this that needs to be sent over to the public defender? Renee? Okay, Ashley, this needs to be sent to the public defender. Are you able to do it? No. Do you need a copy? Should have Renee make a copy for you now? Would that help, please? You know, you are. There you go. You'll do it. Okay, thank you. Next, page 14 is Sylvester Lewis.
So he refused, will waive his presence.
The victim's name's in there.
Okay. Say it again. I'm sorry.
He refused, Judge.
Let me review. Ms. Corey, what do you want to do?
We're waiving his presence, Judge.
Appoint the public defender's office, presence fund is $2,500. No. I think so. You're gonna have to ask upstairs. I don't know. State, do you know for that last case with Mr. Hill, if everybody, does the warrant have to be resealed or you don't know?
There's an order already unsealing it, Judge.
There's an order unsealing, it's fine. All right, Casey Dunn is next. Hi, Mr. Dunn.
Hi.
You were arrested for burglary to an occupied dwelling and battery. Can you afford to hire a private lawyer?
I have one from years ago out of Fort Lauderdale, Kevin Kulik, but I haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Do you want to set the case for you to, you can waive his presence and they can set a bond and get out of jail. You can hire him at a later date, or I can reset the case for the afternoon calendar if you want to try and reach out to him and hire him.
Want to set the bond?
Yeah.
He wants you to set the bond, Judge.
All right, let me review for probable cause.
I mean, if there's PC for a burglary with a battery.
Let me read it. State, did you give me a?
I did not file a motion because I didn't read it until court started.
You want to send one over?
Yes.
I have it, I'm sorry, I have it.
On this case, Judge, I don't think I filed one on Casey Doom, did I?
Hill, I didn't sign it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. All right, so let me keep reading this. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What did I not do? I wrote on something. No bond. Yeah. What? Oh, you got to stamp. Okay. All right, sir, I'm ordering that you stay away from Vivian Barbosa, the alleged victim. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school, and place of employment at all times. Sir, do you have to go to the victim's home to collect any personal belongings? Did you
No.
get?
Well, I got my stuff that night, but
Do you have any more stuff you have to get?
there's more stuff there, but I could coordinate that with.
Okay, you may return to the victim's residence one time only within 48 hours of your release from jail with a police officer so that you can retrieve your personal belongings. If you go to the victim's home without the police, or if you stay there, you will be arrested. Do you understand the stay away order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. The police officer had information and charged it this way, and I'll accept it.
Okay. So, Judge, the defendant does have an open felony case
For
in
what?
Broward County. One second. It's for so aggravated fleeing and eluding, causing injury, aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer. It's from April 12th. It says defendant drove off while the deputy was still holding onto the car handle, dragging the deputy.
So they may want to file a hold there in Broward. Sir, you have money to pay for a lawyer?
I do with my family and my friends.
Are you working?
Yeah, I'm a barber, I'm a personal trainer, and I'm a social media influencer.
Uh-huh. Do you own your home?
The home is owned by a friend, but I live there with two other friends.
Do you have any money in the bank that could be used to pay for a lawyer?
Yeah, I mean, it's all gonna be used to pay for him.
How much do you have saved in the bank?
By now, there's probably like 1,000, if that.
Okay, I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office for you. You should have an attorney representing you, okay?
Yeah, my family.
Okay.
Would your honor, if your honor is not going to hold him on a burglary with a battery, would your honor do a bond plus house arrest? He does have that open case, and I am concerned about the erratic behavior.
I think it should be held no bond with a burglary with an assault or battery.
Judge, if the police filed it that way, they would have all the facts from the situation. I would ask that you find.
Fine. I'll find probable cause. Count one, burglary will be $7,500. Count two, battery is $1,000 plus house arrest with a GPS monitor. Level 3 house arrest, the curfew from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. This may violate his Broward case, and they may issue a warrant for him. Good day, sir. Stay away from the victim. Next, Raul Gill, page 11.
Your Honor, he's detox. And he also has an out on felony bond.
All right. He has a hold for F25-898391. You want me to reset it in the afternoon or what?
What happened to Mr. Gill?
Detox.
Detoxing? We can waive his presence, Judge.
Point the public defender's office waived his presence. There's cost $2,500 bond. I gotta turn it on. For Casey, I should have been plus bond. I just want to be clear that
Got
one.
it. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
Do I have the 8 form back, please? I wrote it on there? Yeah. Yeah. Did I write it right or no? Thank you. I think we're done. Right? What time do you want to start? 1:30, 1:30, 2, 3. What do you want to start? What time do you want to start?
We try for 1:30?
I'm happy to try for 1:30. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Interpreter. We should be back at 1:30. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Afford about a $2,000 bond. She does have 2 children that she supports.
House arrest with a GPS monitor. Alternate bonds would be 2.
The state's requesting a plus bond, Judge.
I'm not doing.
It's over state's objection. There is probable cause for a felony punishable by life.
And what she was charged, the priors were several years ago. Level 3 house arrest. No curfew. Stay away from him. You get picked up again or arrested, you're going to be locked up in jail until your trial. Do you understand that? Oh, I have to split it. Count 1 will be $1,500 and count 2 will be $500. There's 2 counts. House arrest, GPS level 3, $1,500 and $500. Stay away from the victim. Good day, ma'am. State's motion for pretrial detention is denied. Let me know when we have a Russian interpreter as well.
Your Honor, I did bring it up to the attention of the dispatcher. I was told that that should be, requested directly to them. So it is my understanding that that request has already been placed.
Correction, requested a Russian interpreter? Corrections, have you requested a Russian interpreter?
Yes, Judge, they requested for
Thank you.
Mr. Birkin.
Is Mr. Morrell there, please?
Your Honor, on his traffic, he received a dollar bond.
Good afternoon, Mr. Morrell. You were arrested for one count of attempted felony murder with a firearm and strong arm robbery. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So, sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, whose initials are GM. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home, school, and place of employment at all times. You understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes, Miss.
This is December 30th of 2024, so did he actually get the phone for it to be oh, why is it a strong arm?
He got the phone.
Okay.
Judge, on count 2, I'd ask you to find public cause for petty theft.
Okay, because I guess he asked to borrow it and refused to return it.
And then he gave it back, and then they say the incident happens later.
Okay. So count 1, there's probable
Judge,
cause.
on count 1, I'd ask you to find public cause at best for aggravated battery. It does not indicate any intent to kill. You said the arrest warrant says he was shot in the left leg.
I think there's enough, Your Honor.
I think there's enough. Attempted first or second? Okay.
An attempted
Second.
Maybe an attempted second.
Count 1, there's probable cause for attempted second-degree murder. And I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing and hold you with no bond. Count 2, there's probable cause for petty theft. That bond is $150. You'll see a judge tomorrow. The judge tomorrow will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention. Have a nice day, sir. Oh, sure, whatever. Next case is Younger Suarez. We're on page 2.
Spanish interpreter, please.
Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Señor, usted enfrenta cargos por agresión física con agravantes, con arma mortífera. Voy a asignar al abogado de oficio para que lo represente.
There is probable cause for the charge.
Hay motivo fundado para el cargo.
You are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Hernando Gomez.
Se le ordena que se mantenga alejado de la presunta víctima, Hernando Gómez.
No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No podrá contactar a esta víctima ni directa ni indirectamente, ni por teléfono, ni en persona, ni a través de terceros.
No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means.
Tampoco lo podrá contactar por las redes sociales ni por ningún otro medio electrónico.
And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim's home and school and place of employment at all times.
Y en todo momento tendrá que permanecer alejado por lo menos a 500 pies de donde la víctima vive, trabaja o estudia.
Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Señor, ¿entiende usted la orden de alejamiento?
Sí.
Yes.
What do you want to do with this stay? What are you asking for?
Standard bond?
La fiscalía está pidiendo la fianza estándar.
Mr. Suarez is currently homeless. Would you do any reduction?
At $2,500. Good luck to you.
Debido a que está en condición de indigencia, la juez le reduce la fianza a $2,500. Buena suerte.
The reduction is over state's objection.
La reducción es por encima de la objeción de la fiscalía.
Christopher Brown is next on page 2. Good afternoon, Mr. Brown. You were arrested for driving with a suspended license. Third or subsequent conviction, I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There is probable cause for the charges. He has quite the past.
He has 5 HTO convictions and 1 withholds.
His priors are pretty old, Judge. I would ask if you would consider ordering him into pretrial or TAP.
Maybe TAP. TAP alternate bond, $2,500. No driving, sir, unless you have a valid driver's license. And also, TAP, the case number is F259214. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next is Kastner Hilsam, page 2. Add on probation, hold for F2311087. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for possession of crack cocaine, attempted tampering with physical evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There's probable cause for the charges. Count one.
The residue amount, Judge.
Okay. Count 1 is $1,000. Count 2 is $1, and count 3. I'll set it at $500.
And Judge, there's counts 4 and 5. Would that be ROR?
ROR count 4 and ROR count 5. Thank you.
All right, Your Honor. What was 2 and 3?
1,000 count 1, $1 count 2, $500 count 3, ROR 4 and ROR 5. But he has to hold. Next case is Gerald Austin. Hi, Mr. Austin. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for criminal mischief over $1,000 and petty theft. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
I didn't see an amount of damage. Allegations are he kicked the door, causing the metal door frame to break. The defendant's got a pretty extensive criminal history, requesting a bond.
What, he's stealing 3 cases of beer? It's a lot of beer to drink by one person.
Their prison sentences dating back about 40 years, so 1985.
Judge, I would either ask for the TAP program for Mr. Austin, or if you can reset this for hospitalization.
Are we reset it, or what do you say, the TAP? I don't have a problem with that. Sir, stay away from the West Star gas station at 14126 Northwest 27th Avenue in Okaloosa, Florida. You're not allowed to go to that location, to that West Star gas station. You have to stay out of it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
One second. So TAP, alternate bond, count 1, the petty theft, criminal mischief is $150. And count 2, petty theft, will be $150. You have to come back to court for your arraignment. It's going to be June 6th at 9 a.m. Courtroom 7-3, Judge Young. And sir, you have to, what did I say? Tap the case numbers F259219. Yes. Anything else? Okay, next is Ivan Rodriguez Mejia, page 3.
We do have the Russian interpreter whenever the court's ready.
Well, let's call the case, yes, with the Russian interpreter. I don't know what it is. Mr. Cooper, I'm happy to promote him.
The name on the case, Borkin Klech Oleg.
I don't know what is his name?
It's Ale Birkin, page 2.
And I'm also going to promote the alleged victim, who I believe also needs the interpreter.
Good afternoon, sir. Actually, Madam Interpreter, I have to swear you in. Can you please put on your video? Are you able to do so? Thank you. Do you swear or affirm you will translate from English to Russian and Russian to English to the best of your abilities? If so, state I do.
I do.
Thank you. Okay. You can put your hands down. Just state your name, ma'am.
Людмила Kodarovsky.
Thank you. All right, good morning, Mr. Birkin. You were arrested for 1 count of attempted second-degree murder.
Добрый день, мистер Бёркин. Вы были арестованы в второй степени криминального преступления попытки убийства.
Your attorney is present. Good afternoon. Can you please state your name, counsel?
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm attorney Richard Cooper on behalf of Mr. Birkin.
Can you just translate that, please?
Судья попросила представиться адвоката. Здесь представился адвокат Ричард Купер. Он представляет ваши интересы.
I need a moment to review the arrest affidavit for probable cause.
Я просмотрела ваш афидавит, ваше заявление, которое у меня есть, не ваше заявление, а на предмет того, есть ли основания к предъявлению обвинения.
Okay, Mr. Cooper, do you have any argument regarding probable cause?
Yes, Judge.
It appears that the victims were ambushed by at least 6 individuals who arrived in 2 separate cars.
Значит, по нашему обвинению, говорит прокурор, этот индивидуум стал жертвой как минимум 6 людей, которые подъехали на разных машинах.
The allegations are that this defendant was the driver of one of the vehicles.
И подзащитный был водителем одной из этих 6 машин.
Okay, thank you. So these are the victims believe that defendants, I guess, you say they were of Ukrainian origin and some were Lithuanian. He did not know them.
Your Honor, could you please repeat?
I said the victims stated there were several individuals who approached them. One was Lithuanian, so the others were Ukrainian. 3 were Lithuanian and several of them were Ukrainian.
Okay. Значит, жертва заявляет, что люди, которые пытались напасть, которые подъехали на разных машинах, 2 из них были из Литвы, а другие были украинского происхождения.
3 из Литвы, 2 украинского происхождения.
3 Lithuanian and 2 of Ukrainian origin.
Sorry, can we please instruct him not to make any statements?
Вам сейчас нельзя говорить, вас не спрашивают.
Okay, and Judge, I'm ready to make a probable cause argument if the court is ready.
Sorry.
Judge, so again, I'm Richard Cooper on behalf of Mr. Birkin. So, Judge, it appears that the allegations that my client was the driver of the black Lexus According to the probable cause affidavit, there are two cars that pull up. We don't know from what car the shooter came out of. Judge, in this situation, there's a lot of other arrests that have
Give
happened.
the interpreter a second.
Oh, sorry.
Значит, еще раз, это Ричард Купер, я представляю свои аргументы по поводу афидавита на предмет того, есть ли основания к предъявлению обвинения. Смотрите, подзащитный был водителем Лексуса, но там же еще были другие автомобили, и сейчас неизвестно, из какого именно автомобиля вышел тот человек, который непосредственно стрелял. Угу.
And Judge, it should be noted that there's many co-defendants. One of is Mr. Baramov, whose case number is F256983. He is arguably more culpable in this matter, and he is currently on a $40,000 bond with GPS monitor level 3. So I would ask that the court give a similar bond, especially given that there are two cars that pull up. We don't know from which car the shooter came, and so then both cars leave. There's no allegation in this arrest affidavit that confirms that the shooter went in or came from the black Lexus, which is the car that's registered to my client. Nor is it alleged that he was identified as being on the scene.
Mr. Cooper, do you have any kindness in you at all to let the interpreter interpret, or you want to keep going on?
I just keep forgetting, Judge.
Well, then write it down on a card.
Смотрите, есть уже осуществлены аресты по этому делу, и, например, подзащитный Маримотов, переводчик не услышал точную фамилию, ее адвокат привел номер кейса. Он говорит, что он является более виновным по этому делу, и ему предъявлен залог $40 тысяч, и также у него GPS-браслет третьего уровня слежения. И в данном случае я прошу как минимум такие же условия для моего клиента, тем более, что, как я уже сказала, неизвестно, из какого именно автомобиля вышел тот человек, который стрелял, и афидавит на предмет предъявления обвинения четко не указывает, из какого именно автомобиля выходил стрелявший.
And just lastly, Judge, per the last page of the arrest affidavit, the defendant does confirm that he was present, but again, we don't know, and the A form doesn't allege where the shooter came from.
И самое последнее, когда арестовали моего клиента, он признался в том, что он действительно там был, но еще раз это важно, то, что он, находясь там, мы не знаем до сих пор, из какой машины выходил стрелявший.
Accordingly, Judge, I think a low bond is appropriate here, given that a co-defendant who's arguably more culpable has a bond of $40,000 and house arrest.
И поэтому, Ваша честь, я считаю, что здесь применим невысокий залог, потому что, к примеру, еще раз назвал фамилию другого подзащитного, ему предъявлен залог $40 тысяч.
And I'm respectfully asking for a $10,000 bond.
Я прошу $10 тысяч. Залог.
Response?
So Judge, he knew what was going on. He was one of the vehicles that transported the other individuals who attacked and shot the victims.
Знаете, Ваша честь, он там был, он знал, что происходит, он был в одном из автомобилей, в которых были люди, которые напали и шокировали жертву.
Additionally, the victim is here.
И кроме того, жертва здесь находится.
If the victim wants to be heard, he's got to unmute, turn on his camera.
И если жертва хочет, чтобы ее услышали, необходимо включить звук и включить камеру.
I guess the victim doesn't want to be heard.
He unmuted, but he hasn't turned on his camera. So just let us know if you want to talk to the judge.
Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Добрый день, сэр.
Добрый
день.
Good afternoon.
Speak English, sir?
Good afternoon.
Do you speak English?
А вы говорите по-английски?
Очень плохо, желательно через переводчика.
Very badly. I prefer to talk through the interpreter.
Please raise your right hand to me.
Поднимите свою правую руку.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are going to give in this proceeding will be the truth? If so, state I do.
Клянетесь, утверждаете, показания, которые будете давать в этой процедуре, являются правдой и только правдой.
Клянусь говорить правду и только правду, ничего кроме правды.
I swear to tell the truth, only truth, nothing but the truth.
What? Put your hand down, please. What?
Опустите руку.
Put your hand down.
Опустите руку.
What? Please tell me your name.
Пожалуйста, назовите свое имя.
Мое имя Александр Мурей.
Можете повторить для переводчика фамилию громко?
Александр Мурей.
Мурей?
Да, 5 букв.
Alexander Murray.
Sir, are you afraid? I'm sorry, what, go ahead. Why did you?
So, the judge is deciding how to release the defendant. Is there anything you want the judge to know?
Значит, говорит прокурор, судья сейчас решает, выпустить ли или как выпустить подзащитного, есть ли такое, что бы вы хотели, чтобы судья знала.
At this point, the state's requesting he be held without bond.
Say it again, please.
The state right now is asking for no bond. Do you have anything you want to tell the judge?
Штат сейчас просит, чтобы не было залога. Вы хотите что-нибудь сказать, судье?
Я хочу сказать суду следующее. Данное было пояснение другого потерпевшего стороны, который четко указывает о том, что стрелявший по мне вышел из Лексуса, водителем которого был Буркин.
I want to tell the judge that there is another victim testimony that he saw with his own eyes that the shooter came out of the black Lexus, which was driven by Burkin.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you say that one more time?
I want to tell to the court that, according to another victim statement or testimony, he saw with his own eyes that the shooter who shot into me came out of the black Lexus, which was driven by Mr. Birkin.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, sir?
Что-нибудь еще, сэр?
Да, дополнительно хочу добавить следующее. Я целый месяц после операции, у меня была сложная операция, у меня полностью разбитая кость бедренная, я ходить не могу. За период с момента совершения преступления обвиняемый ни разу не смог поинтересоваться моим состоянием здоровья. Никто не оказал мне никакой финансовой и моральной помощи. Это свидетельствует о том, что он не раскаивается о содеянном. Кроме того, его подельники, друзья, многие уже уехали за границу, покинули Соединенные Штаты Америки. Тем самым...
Take one second for the interpreter.
I had a very complicated surgery for around a month. After surgery, I still can't recover. I have my hip bone totally broken. Throughout all this period, the defendant has never reached out to me and never inquired about my health condition, never offered any type of material or mental help, anything, which corroborates that he is not he doesn't regret of this of what was done. Так, 1 second, please. And besides, all majority of other persons involved in this crime already left the borders of the United States.
Anything else, sir?
Что-нибудь еще, сэр?
Ставить вопрос сейчас о том, чтобы выпускать его под залог, я считаю рано. Почему? Потому что мы не знаем, он на сегодняшний день содействует, сотрудничает и с полицией и дает какие-то показания, либо он не дает. И существует угроза того, что он сейчас тоже может покинуть Соединенные Штаты Америки, как его друзья, выехать со страны.
At this point, to resolve to release him on bond or no is too early because we don't know if he cooperates with the prosecution, if he testifies, and also we don't know if he will leave the borders of the United States as his partners did.
Thank you so much for coming in, sir.
Mr. Cooper, do you have any questions for the victim, Mr. Moray?
No, I don't have any questions for him.
У вас есть вопросы? Нет, у меня нет вопросов.
Okay. I said one question. Mr. Cooper, you said one of the other people involved got a bond of $40,000. Do you know what that person was charged with?
Yes, Judge. One moment. That is Rustam Baramov, and he is charged with. Well, he was arrested for attempted felony murder with a deadly weapon, and that case was no action, and now he is charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Значит, как его фамилия того человека, который арестован и которому дали 40 тысяч залога? Да, его фамилия Рустам. Can you please repeat, counsel, the last name?
Rustam Baramov.
Рустам Баримов. Ему предъявлено обвинение в попытке совершить убийство второй степени. Был выдан залог, а сейчас предъявлено еще второе обвинение в совершении нападения.
And Judge, I may have misspoke. His bond is $40,000. It's a plus bond of $40,000, and it's level 2.
И еще уточню, это $40 тысяч, уровень 2.
Okay, thank you. All right, sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victims whose initials are OM and MA.
Значит, приказывается, чтобы вы не приближались к жертве с инициалами ОМ
and MA.
И МА.
No contact with the two alleged victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
Запрещаются какие-либо контакты прямые, либо непрямые, через телефон, через других людей, через родственников, каким-либо образом.
No contact with the victims through social media or other electronic means.
Нельзя контактировать через социальные сети и любые другие электронные способы.
And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school and place of employment at all times.
Нужно оставаться на расстоянии как минимум 500 фит от места жительства жертвы, школы, работы и так далее в течение всего времени.
Grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing and holding you with no bond.
Значит, еще остается под рассмотрением мое решение о предсудебном освобождении.
So you're going to go tomorrow before the division judge, and that judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention.
И завтра у вас будет слушание перед другим судьей, который назначит финальное слушание о предсудебном задержании.
Okay, anything else?
Что-нибудь еще?
You can make your arguments to try and release it before the division judge. Good day, Mr. Cooper.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for calling me out of turn too.
Next, we have Ivan Rodrigo Jimenez, age 3.
Spanish, please.
Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for burglary to an occupied dwelling, petty theft, and indecent exposure. Madam, Russian interpreters excused, and sir, you're free to go as well, Mr. Murray. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Judge. So burglary to an unoccupied dwelling. The third one I got, and what was the second one, Your Honor, please?
Petty theft and indecent exposure.
Yeah, I got the third one. Thank you, Judge. Señor, usted enfrenta cargos por ingreso ilícito, allanamiento de morada a una vivienda desocupada, por hurto en menor cuantía y por exponerse de manera indecente.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Asignaré la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo represente.
Right, to me, I see probable cause.
Dice la juez Yayo que hay motivo fundado.
You're ordered to stay away from Shadea Rubio, the alleged victim.
Se le ordena que se mantenga alejado de Shadea Rubio, la presunta víctima.
No contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No podrá contactar a la víctima ni directa ni indirectamente, ni en persona, ni por teléfono, ni tampoco usando a terceras personas.
And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school, and place of employment at all times.
Y tendrá que mantenerse alejado por lo menos a 500 pies de distancia, de donde la víctima vive, trabaja y estudia en todo momento.
Stay away from the victim's residence at 1500 Bay Road in Miami Beach, Florida.
Tendrá que mantenerse alejado de la víctima, que está de la casa de la víctima, en el 1500 de Bay Road en Miami. Judge, was it Miami?
Miami Beach.
God, thank you, Your Honor. In Miami Beach, Florida.
So I'm setting a bond. Count one, burglary to the occupied dwelling at 1:10 in the morning, $7,500. Count two, petty theft. I'll set it at $150. And count three, indecent
I actually find no probable cause for indecent exposure.
issue
There needs
is-
to be a vulgar or indecent manner, Judge.
Did he do it on purpose to expose himself, or was he just trying to pee in the bush?
Entonces, el juez está diciendo, se le impone una fianza para el primer cargo de ingreso a una vivienda ocupada, 7,500. Para el segundo, hurto en menor cuantía, hurto menor, 150. Para el tercero, la abogada interrumpió cuando el intérprete estaba traduciendo para decir que, o cuestionarse si fue una exposición decente o indecente. La señora fiscal dice, bueno, pero lo hizo a propósito, estaba simplemente tratando de orinar en el arbusto. Go ahead, counsel, or whoever turn that is.
Judge, according to the restaurant, she didn't even know he was there until she heard a noise at the bushes.
Según el informe del arresto, ella ni siquiera sabía que él estaba ahí hasta que escuchó el ruido en el arbusto.
There's a probable cause. ROR count three. Goodbye. And so
Entonces, para el tercer cargo, no hay motivo fundado, se le da libertad bajo palabra para el tercer cargo. Hasta luego.
okay, thank you. Hermino Cruz is next, page 3.
I have that he's out on felony bonds. F-24 23311.
Okay. Good morning. Good afternoon, sir. Do you speak English?
Spanish, please.
Sir, you were arrested for possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a school.
Señor, usted fue arrestado por tenencia de cocaína dentro de 1,000 pies de una escuela.
And possession of drug paraphernalia and trespass after warning.
Y por tenencia de parafernalia para drogas y por ingreso ilícito después de haber sido advertido de que no.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Asignaré el abogado de oficio para que lo represente.
So there's probable cause for possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and trespass after warning.
Hallo que hay motivo fundado para el cargo de tenencia de cocaína, tenencia de parafernalia para drogas y por ingreso ilícito después de advertencia.
Sir, you were ordered to stay away from the location at 99 North, the property at 99 Northwest 12th Avenue in Miami, Florida.
Señor, se lo ordena, se mantenga alejado por lo menos a 1,000 pies de distancia de la propiedad ubicada en el 99 de la Northwest de la 12ª Avenida en Miami, Florida.
You're also out on felony bond. There's a hold for you to see the division judge tomorrow for case F-24 23311.
Entonces, también usted había salido bajo fianza por un delito grave, así que tendrá que mañana ir a comparecer ante el juez de esa división por el caso F-24 que termina en 3111.
Right, the bond on count one, possession of, it's only probable cause for possession of cocaine is $1,000.
Y solamente motivo fundado para el primer cargo, la fianza son $1,000.
Count two, there is probable cause for possession of drug paraphernalia, $500 bond.
Hay también motivo fundado para el segundo cargo, el de tenencia de parafernalias para drogas, $500 de fianza.
Count 3, there is probable cause for trespass after warning. That's a $500 bond.
Y para el número 3 también hay motivo fundado, que es el ingreso ilícito después de advertencia, $500 de fianza.
Have a nice day.
Pase un buen día.
Next case is Albert Reyes.
Spanish interpreter, please.
Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for burglary with an assault or battery, burglary to an occupied dwelling, and aggravated stalking.
Buenas tardes, usted enfrenta un cargo por agresión física con arma, segundo cargo por ingreso a una vivienda ocupada y tercero por intento de acecho con agravantes.
I will appoint a public defender's office for you.
Le asigno la abogada de oficio para que lo represente.
All right, so I had a chance to review the arrest affidavit, and I believe there is probable cause for count 1, burglary with an assault or battery, count 2, burglary to an occupied dwelling, and count 3.
There's 2 counts.
Oh, 2 counts. Well, one's for the house and one's for the car.
Entonces dice la juez Yayo que hay motivo fundado para el primer cargo, que es ingreso ilícito con agresión física o intento de agresión. Para el segundo, que es ingreso a una vivienda ocupada. Dice, bueno, de hecho, es para uno es para la vivienda, otro para el carro.
And also there's probable, it's stalking. I think it's just stalking.
Y para el otro, bueno, yo creería que solamente acecho.
You are ordered to stay away from the alleged victims.
Se le ordena que se mantenga alejado de la presunta víctima.
Miss Mari Menendez and Helen Eduarda.
Una es Harry Meléndez y la otra es Helen Eduarda
Menendez Cortez.
Menéndez Cortés.
No contact with the victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No podrá contactar a ninguna de las víctimas ni directa ni indirectamente, ni en persona, ni por teléfono, ni a través de terceros.
No contact with the victims through social media or other electronic means.
Tampoco podrá contactar a la víctima ni por las redes sociales ni por ningún otro medio electrónico.
And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school, and place of employment at all times.
Y en todo momento tendrá que mantenerse a distancia por lo menos a 500 pies de donde la víctima vive, trabaja o estudia.
Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs.
No podrá ejercer ningún tipo de actividad delictiva, tampoco podrá estar en tenencia ni consumir drogas ilícitas.
Do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition.
No porte, compre o esté en tenencia en un tipo de arma de fuego ni municiones.
You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and follow receipt with the court.
cualquier arma de fuego o municiones que usted tenga o un salvoconducto o permiso para portar armas, tendrá que entregarlo de inmediato a la estación de policía más cercana. Allá le van a dar un recibo, el cual tendrá que radicar ante la corte.
Do you understand the stay away order?
¿Entiende usted la orden de alejamiento?
Sí, entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so
I would ask if you would deny the state's motion and set a bond with house arrest, Judge. That way the
La defensa está pidiendo que deniegue el petitorio de la fiscalía y que le autorice arresto domiciliario.
State, you have an objection?
Yeah, I mean, he won't leave this woman alone. He continues following her.
Sí, la juez pregunta, ¿tiene alguna objeción la fiscal? La fiscal dice sí, porque él no deja en paz a esta mujer y la sigue a todo lado.
He has no prior record, Judge.
Also unclear how long he's been in Miami.
Ahora, señorías, que no tiene antecedentes penales. La juez quiere saber, perdón, la fiscal quiere saber cuánto tiempo ha estado en Miami. 10 years.
I see arrests under the same name. There was something in March of 25.
Veo un arresto bajo el mismo nombre en marzo del 25.
So the state filed a motion for pretrial detention or no?
Yes.
Pregunta la juez, la fiscalía radicó un petitorio para detención preventiva. La fiscal responde que sí.
Going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing as to the burglary with an assault or battery charges.
Entonces, dice la juez, voy a conceder la petición de la fiscalía de que se le imponga una detención preventiva esperando a la audiencia final. Esto es en cuanto al cargo a los cargos de intento de agresión y de agresión física.
Count 1 is no bond, count 2 is no bond. Count 3, the burglary to the occupied dwelling, I'll set that. What do you want me to set it at? 1,000, 5,000, 220?
5,000's okay.
How much?
5.
Dice entonces la juez, para el primer cargo no hay fianza, para el segundo no hay fianza, para el tercero, que es el ingreso ilícito, ¿cuánto lo vamos a dejar? 1,000, 5,000, la fiscal dice 5,000, entonces la juez ratifica 5,000.
Is $5,000. Count 4, there's probable cause for stalking, and it will be, what is that, $250?
I think it'd be 500.
500 for count 4.
Y para el cargo número 4, que es por el acecho, el acoso, entonces para ese $250, la fiscal dice 500, entonces lo dejamos en 500.
You'll see a judge tomorrow, and that judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention. Good day.
Usted comparecerá mañana ante el juez para una audiencia final en cuanto van a abordar el tema de la petición de la fiscalía para la detención preventiva. Que pase un buen día.
All right, next we have Errol Wilson, page 5.
We skipped Mr. Michael.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Michael Shutov. Thank you.
He has a misdemeanor here, be going to jail arraignment tomorrow, Your Honor.
Afternoon, sir. You were arrested for dealing in stolen property, grand theft, and burglary to an unoccupied conveyance. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Unless, can you afford a private lawyer, sir? Okay, he's appointed. Right, sir, you are ordered to stay away from the Embassy Suites at 3974 South River Drive in Miami Springs, Florida. You are not allowed to go to that location. You must stay away from there. Let's see. There's probable cause for the charges. Count 1 is $7,500. Count two, $2,500, and count three is $2,500. Have a good day. Next is Errol Wilson. Where's Mr. Wilson?
He refused again.
There's probable cause. You want me to reset it or you want to waive?
We can waive his presence, Judge.
I don't want to waive it after we stay away order.
Okay.
Reset tomorrow. Then we have Lazaro Paneka. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, do you speak English?
Yes.
You were arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Your Honor, is it Spanish?
No.
He speaks English.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So there is probable cause for the charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim whose initials are TYA. No contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs, and do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay order?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Setting a bond and it's $5,000. Have a nice day. Next is Vicente Casas, page 5. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. It's a case from April 29th. So there's probable cause for the charge. Sir, you are ordered to stay away from Oscar Cervantes, the alleged victim. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must no contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means, and stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home and school and place of employment at all times. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yeah, if he lives in the same building as me, how do I go about that?
He lives in the same building as you?
I think so. I've been running into him a lot there.
So stay, I'll put it like this, stop, how many feet should I do, 15 feet? Stay at least 15 feet away, don't get in the elevator with him, you see him go the other way, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
15 feet. So I'll set his bond.
Would you consider doing a reduced bond? According to statement Mr. Casas gave the police is that the alleged victim told him he was armed, and so he commented back to him, so am I.
It's fine, I'll set his bond at $2,500, he doesn't have any priors. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Next is David Hughes, page 5. Oh, good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for possession with intent to sell cannabis within 1,000 feet of a park or school and possession of cannabis. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So there's probable cause for the charge.
So he's got an address on the A form in New York, but it looks like he's been in Miami. He's got a withhold from 23 also for sales within 1,000 feet.
Now, sir, stay away from Loomis Park. That's the area between 5th and 15th Street, on the west side of Washington Avenue, east of the shoreline or ocean. You're not allowed to go to that location. You must stay away from there. There's probable cause for the charge. Count 1, I'll set it at. You sold 3.5 grams bag to her.
Mr. Hughes has about $200 for bond. Would you be able to set something within 2,000?
All right, I'll do it that $1,000 count 1 and 500 count 2. All right, stay away from Loomis Park, sir. Delson Pierre is next on page 6.
Mr. Pierre received a dollar bond on his traffic.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for robbery by sudden snatching and criminal mischief. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Do you live with the victim or no? It's from September 2024. You live with Amanda?
No, I don't.
Okay, so no contact with Amanda Ulantis, the alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means, and you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home, school, and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. And do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order?
Yes.
Child?
Yes, I understand.
Do you see your child that you have with her?
Yes, I have a child with her.
Do you see the child?
Yes. His grandma, my son grandma, she always bring him, drop him off at my house for me.
Oh, third party contact is permitted for exchange of the child for time sharing. Is there any, I'll give him free trial, any objection?
Defer to the court.
All right. Do you have a bondsman? Did you hire a bondsman?
No, I do not have a. I have his phone number, but he don't answer it, so I don't.
Yes, I have a free trial alternate bond, $2,500 count 1, and $150 count 2.
The traffic, Your Honor.
Yeah, what's with the traffic? What is it?
Driving while license suspended knowingly.
Yeah.
$1 bond.
What's the ticket number?
ALD.
One more time?
ALD.
ALD?
Yes, EX 2E.
Number 8, LDEX2E.
Letter ALD.
Oh, ALD. That's what I couldn't understand. ALDEXNE. So include that ticket number.
2E.
ALDEX2E.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it. Include that alternate $1 with free trial. Next is George Buncasta Brito, page 6.
Spanish interpreter, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes.
You were arrested for burglary to an unoccupied conveyance and attempted burglary to an unoccupied conveyance.
Señor, usted enfrenta un cargo por ingreso ilícito a un vehículo desocupado y por intento de ingreso a un vehículo desocupado.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Voy a asignar al abogado oficio para que lo represente.
There's probable cause for the charges.
Motivo privado para ambos cargos. Ahora admito.
Consider the TAP program.
La abogada le está preguntando a la juez si pudiera tener en cuenta considerar el programa TAP.
He was released from prison February of 24.
For what?
Él fue puesto en libertad, él fue excarcelado, salió de prisión en febrero de 2024. A la juez pregunta la razón o por qué cargo, un momento.
So that was for the burglaries, grand thefts.
Fue por ingresos ilícitos, allanamientos de morada, por hurtos mayores.
I can't, I'm sorry. Count 1, burglary to the unoccupied conveyance is $2,500. Count 2, the attempted burglary, I'll set that at $1,000.
Entonces, por el primer cargo, el allanamiento intento, más bien de allanamiento al primer cargo, 2.500 y para el segundo $1,000.
Yes, sir.
Gracias.
Next is Clinton Turner on page 6.
Your Honor, he refused once again.
He's been second refusal. You want me to- We can reset it tomorrow.
Not a problem.
Is that it? We done?
Yes, that concludes the calendar, Your Honor.
Start your calendar. Have a lovely afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Bye all.
Tomorrow.